If you fart in it, it's yours.
Impossible.
Come to Housinbel and they will get you a larger knob. Do you remember me?
No.
Welcome to SimRacing Expo 2025 and our full tour of SimRacing Expo, where I'm going to take you through everything that you can see at this sim racing trade show. We've got motion rigs, we've got haptic force feedback shifters, we've got new wheel rims, we've got too much stuff. If you can get through all of this video, well, congratulations, I don't expect you to. Of course, this video is and has been made possible by Gamer Muscle channel members and subscribers, with you supporting and sponsoring this, so I really appreciate that. All their names on the screen right now, so you can see who made this happen. Without you guys, it wouldn't have happened, so I really appreciate the support and the funding and allowing us to stay totally independent on this, as we're barged by a Lawrence de Soswa. But yeah, off we go, guys. Fasten your seatbelts, you're about to see everything possible at SimRacing Expo. Subscribe so you have the power to unsubscribe when you realise you really don't want to spend your time watching this type of video. And of course, click the like button every time you see a DD wheel. So, here we go at the entrance of SimRacing Expo 2025. If you look behind me here, we have the Simifi store booth, but then on the other side, to the right, this is all back to front, so very confusing for me, we have a PXN booth. So let's go through this from the right of the expo, and then we're going to do sort of a zigzaggy back to front, forwards, backwards movement to make sure that we don't miss anything at all. I'm going to flip you guys around, and the virtual tour does begin. So the PXN booth here, let's get you a nice height. What have they got shown off here? We have Volton Z here. I don't know what that means, but we've got a PXN hat here. We've got some pricing. PXN, of course, are quite new with doing more budget sim racing equipment. They've got their pedals, they've got their budget DD wheelbase and wheel rim. We've got a button box there. This is actually quite nice. We saw that at Gamescom. And PXN could be quite a good choice for people looking for a sort of more budget, jump-in, affordable solution. I think they also actually have started to do console support with some of their wheelbases. And it's really quite nice to see that even the cheaper entry-level options now are all nice, smooth, direct drive wheels. And we've got some PXN people waving at us. Hello. And so we'll try it later. We've already used this at Gamescom. We're just doing a virtual tour. You're on the virtual tour. She's trying to hide from the camera. It's all right. So what have they got on the rigs here? Let's quickly go. Going to keep this active, guys. We've got the T-slot rigs with the glowing lights on them. I quite like that, actually. That's a good thing to do, is to have the LED lights put into the T-slot rig. We've got a GeForce RTX graphics card in that PC powering. I don't know what that is. It looks like, oh, it's a video of Assetto Corsa Le Mans. So they've got their little launch screen going on there. They've got the Nitro Duck on these monitors. I don't know why this one has 4 ducks, and that one has 3, and that one has 2, and that one has 1. I guess that's how PXN count their rigs. What are the ducks about?
The ducks is our platform.
Okay.
It is a special gift for the visitor.
Okay, so the ducks are promotional for their platform and also a gift. So if you come to SimRacing Expo, you could potentially get in the bath and play with your duck. So we'll continue on. Thank you very much. PXN booth, they also have their handbrake, their shifters. The PXN sequential shifter, which this guy's struggling with here, he's wrestling it. I don't know what he's doing now. He's got his hand all over the shaft, he's wobbling it around, but oh, hello, we're getting a photograph taken, here we go. Hello. So their shifter, their H-pattern shifter is actually really quite nice, and it also goes to sequential mode. So that's one to look out for. I'd say their button box and their shifter from PXN could be a good choice for those of you looking for a budget shifter solution. Sorry?
New GT wheel that's just coming out.
Oh, they've got a new GT wheel as well. We missed this. Here we go. Let's have a look. We're being dragged back again. No escape. So, there we go. The new PXN GT wheel. Have we got a price on that?
We're thinking around 300 euros, right? But it's still a prototype and there's still going to be a couple edits. More information next year.
300 euros.
Right,
So,
that was the rough idea.
and that wheel, will that wheel rim fit on like any wheelbase? You've got adapter.
And the VD series, of course, is compatible with the VD series and other wheel bases. It will exactly like the W series wheels that we released earlier this year.
Okay, I'm going to have a little hold here because I've not touched this. Right, that's all the Expo germs on my hands now. Perfect. Okay, so it's on the. It's quite light, but it's got a nice grip to it. It's a little bit tacky on the plastic side, but feels reasonably solid. Feels sort of in the ballpark of like I'd say slightly below the that Fanatec McLaren wheel, or in that sort of ballpark. Buttons are a little bit clicky. It doesn't feel like a super premium wheel, but just giving it a bit of torque here. Try not to break it because that'd be very embarrassing. But for 300 euros, you've got yourself a nice GT wheel, which actually the rotary encoders feel quite nice. Probably does the job, to be honest, as I've totally messed up all their settings. So that's really interesting to see, and really great actually. Really good to have more affordable wheel rims, I think.
And we're also, again, as it's a prototype, it's going to be in carbon fiber, skin outlay, and some of the buttons are still being worked on, a bit tightened.
When's it coming out?
Sometime next year, still.
Next year. Okay, so look out for PXN's GT wheel, look out for their new budget direct drive wheels, check out the H-pattern shifter, and also their button box, I think, is a good thing. So thanks to PXN there. One booth down with 5 minutes. 5 minutes a booth is the goal. We now have, who's this? We've got some strange guys from Basque Country.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
You might know these people from the SHH shifter.
Hi.
He's the SHH shifter originally was like one of the most affordable H-pattern shifters you could get, and also like one of the first 3D printed like H-pattern shifters you could just buy. This is years ago. This is going back. What do you have that you're bringing here that's new?
A new product that was produced by us, a motion system, very affordable motion system, and very powerful and all that.
So how much would it cost for the motion system that you're doing?
Yeah, this is basically like you can see, 3D system. It has 150 millimeters of travel, 250 millimeters per second, and it can lift up to 400 kilos, and it's 3,600 euros.
And that's a 4-point motion system.
Yes.
What you can see here, basically.
Yes, we are including our own control manager software, but compatible with SimHub, SimRacing Studio, PT Mover, SimTools, so it's an open ecosystem.
And you can tell that these guys know what they're doing because they're running the motion rig here with the original Assetto Corsa, which is the best simulator.
I am not going to answer that.
He agrees.
It's for me, it's one of the, physically talking, one of the most accurate, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so he totally agrees. Assetto Corsa is the only simulator to play.
There we have also double simulator specifically built for a World Rally Championship driver. It's running Richard Van Rally.
And are you a fan of Richard Burns Rally?
I am the co-creator of the Gaviria Legazpi stage mod for Richard Van Rally. So I am sure that so much people have tried. And here it's a special simulator we have built for a driver, and you can see all the measures. Everything is taken from a Rally 1 car. So we are trying to mimic all the parts of a real World Rally car.
Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, he's designed his own Richard Burns Rally stage, and then they're obviously using this motion rig for them to dial everything in and tune it. There's some real sort of...
Here you can see the travel. He is completely compressed actuator, and he is 150 real travel for the actuator. So
yeah, so for if you're doing like track racing, you don't necessarily need a lot of travel, but it has benefit. But if you're doing rally, you really want it for going over large bumps.
Yes, or even a flight simulation. It's really important to have this travel, you know. So
Awesome. So people could check you out on what's the website to go to?
Yeah, we are two companies, so we have my webpage is comeovergaming.com and his webpage is shifterSHH.com.
Awesome. As I say, this guy, an absolute legend, and really good, really nice to see. It's like proper, authentic sort of pure passion. But this guy's he's a terrible dancer. Fantastic. I see you guys. Oh, there's a close-up of the shift here. So look at this, and these have been improving constantly with adjustments. But if you're looking for like a good price, I don't think you can get cheaper shifters really that allow you. It's up to 7 gears on this one, I think, or even 8 now, in terms of the H pattern. But you've got different arrangement and options. So there you go. Nice clicky. It's not necessarily the stiffest, but yeah, there you go. You can also go to sequential as well with the rotation. So that was one of the first shifters to actually do the H pattern to sequential option. So thank you very much, guys. That is. This one is for you. Okay, he's put a sticker in my pocket. I'm overloaded.
5 euros.
5 euros, thank you. So, next one, here we go. On the right, we have B-Haptics here. So this is a seat that you can stick onto your seat, or a more like a mat that you can stick onto your seat, and this allows you. Oh no, it's not a mat. I take that back, guys. It's like a jacket that you wear that then will vibrate you to death, but also some wristbands with tactile transducers. So it's basically like vibrators, transducers, and that will let you feel the rumbles that's going on in the game. In fact, you can see here that they've got, the jacket actually has a whole load of points of vibration. So it's taking the telemetry from the game, and then with that telemetry, it's vibrating and activating different parts of the jacket. So personally, I'll just put this on to listen to techno music and feel it thudding without annoying the neighbours. But if you want to put a jacket on whilst you sim race and you want to feel what's going on in the game, then B-Haptics could be an option. Hello, how are you doing? You good? What's the price of the B-Haptics full?
So we're showing TechSuit Pro and TechSleeve with Asetek, of course, the competitive one here. The TechSuit Pro is $529 US, and the TechSleeve is $199 US per pair.
So that's it. For that, you can buy the hand ones on their own, and they will pick up the telemetry from the game, and then they'll rumble left and right depending on what's going on.
So for sim racing games, we are supporting through SimHub plugin, so you can customize what you want to feel from the game. But here, we get the telemetry data through SimHub, and then you can feel the RPM on the back, and you can feel it turning or crashes and acceleration and all this kind of stuff.
Are they rumble motors or are they transducers?
They're rumble motors. They're just vibration motors.
And they're different size, like piezoelectric, or is it weighted? What?
But they're all the same motors, but there are 16 motors in the front and 16 motors in the back. So using all those motors, we can create different haptic patterns. So.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Appreciate it. So that's B-Haptics there with their haptics. Obviously, haptics different from like a motion rig. Haptics is more vibration based, but a jacket that will keep you warm with vibrations and wrists, and then as they say, SimHub profiles let you customize it all through SimHub. And to be honest, I actually quite like it if companies use SimHub instead of their own custom software, because I use SimHub and SimHub works. I think it's Sebastian that programs SimHub. He's an absolute legend. I would rather just use SimHub, so it's good to see more companies doing that. Here we see a really serious racing simulator for those of you that want to race whilst doing some farming. We've got a Pimax headset with pass-through on it. I think so they can do, so you can probably see your hands, like a augmented reality. Looks like a Hoover, farm hoovering. I think it's a lawnmower that pulls the grass into the tractor. I'm not sure how these works. Lindner Trak simulator. I have no idea what that is. This looks kind of weird. Oh, he's just setting it up. Yeah, augmented reality pass-through. They're showing off stuff. I can't take anything, but thank you. So we've got on this, they've got the motion. We'll see if we can get the other one. They've got a motion, the seat-based motion, and that allows you to simulate your workman material. So obviously this kind of stuff is more for a professional environment and for training. So you know, if you own a forklift company, which I think most of us in the sim racing space probably do. I own 3 of them actually. Manage 4 Amazon warehouses in central London. So we'll be picking up some of these. You've got the authentic knob there on the wheel. A wheel without a knob is not a reel. If I sit in this rig, it's a rig with 2 knobs. But we also have the awesome hand controller that's got the so you can put your hand on the actual on the unit, low RSI, and then the operator can actuate each one of their fingers for that. So he's putting on the VR headset here. He's getting into the immersive world of forklift truck driving. You know, not only can you spend your life doing monotonous labour that's underpaid and highly dangerous when everything falls on you, now you can bring the joys of that home with you and experience it in virtual reality. I think that's a Simpsons joke in there. Look at him immersed in the factory. I have to say this is probably the most German thing we've experienced so far at SimRacing Expo. Also, got some fans on this rig, so you can stay cool whilst you operate your forklift truck and regret your life choices. Fantastic though. I quite like how these rigs are shaped like a forklift truck as well. Here's something a bit exciting, probably a little bit more exciting, I might dare say, than the farm sim type forklift truck VR experience. Look at that tilt. Look at him go. That is some extreme lawnmower. Oh, he's lawn mowing on Red Bull Ring, I think. Look at the grass. Oh yeah, look at that. You got to check behind you. Now this is pure simulation, guys. This is what it's all about. I have to say the grass looks pretty good in this. I'm now giving this booth an 8 out of 10. It's not as good as the Asetek Rally grass though, but you can mow it. So that's a bonus. Anyway, back to motorbikes, 2 wheels. We have a Red Bull KTM motorbike, and we have this on the Motion Rig. So this rig, as you can gather by this ginormous pivot point on the back and also on the front, this motorbike rig with a Mr. Git riding it. It's a surprise famous Mr. Git there. And hang on, what's this? There's a Dave cam. Dave, have you had to go on this yet? Yeah. And so, Dave Cam, you're actually you've driven some real motorbikes, right? And you're a bit of a motorbike fan.
I am.
What did you think of? What's your review of this rig? You've got 2 minutes.
Impossible. Don't need 2 minutes. Impossible.
It's what impossible?
No, it's much more physical than you would think. So, on a real bike, you kind of
your gyroscopic pulls you back up.
This one, it's really hard when you get it on its side to lift it back up. Really tough. Good fun. Really tough though.
Do you think that could be a bit of a weight issue on our behalf? Like if you were nimble?
Yeah, if I wasn't 25 stone, it might be easier. Yeah.
Did Julie have a go on it?
No, she wouldn't. Refused. Refused. She thought she would lean it and then fall off over there, and I would have pissed myself.
I think it's really nice to see sort of stuff outside of car sims.
It's incredible. The likes of this, the forklift truck, and the what's that one over there? The tractor. It's unbelievable to see this kind of thing here. It just opens up so many possibilities for simulators and driving.
That's it. This is Dave Cam's talking voice. Normally, you just swear. Every other word's a swear word. But nice to see you. How are you finding Expo as well?
It's really good, really busy. So busy. I've not tried anything yet, but it's just great to see so many people here. Apart from this, obviously.
he's just trying to bite. That's it. He actually hates cars.
Can't stand them. I'm all about the tractors.
Okay, so there you go. Mr. Git's just died. He's just died. RIP to, he's gone straight into a tree. So it's actually a pretty accurate recreation of a motorbike there. That's it.
To be fair, he's nearly there anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Hang on. What do you think? Hill. There you go. Help. Help is the review, and he's dead again. Okay, right, moving on to the next booth. Thanks for chatting with us, Dave. See you later, Mr. Git. Oh, he's got his focus, he's in the zone there. We're staying on the right-hand side here, guys. Beautiful, 18 minutes in. We're going to try and keep it under 5 minutes per booth. We have Feel True Motion, the emotion of true motion. It's not a lie, it's true motion. They've got a VRS sim rig here, 4-point actuators, VRS wheelbase with a GT3 rim, 3 screens, and what have you got that's, what you're showing off that's new, what are you excited about?
So we're here with Varro Motion. We're here showing off our Legend and Champion 6-DOF and 3-DOF systems. The best motion that you can get for the money that you can pay. We got the best performance, the cheapest price, the smallest footprint, and the easiest compatibility with SimHub.
How much are people looking to pay if they're buying the whole solution or parts of the solution?
So this kit here, as it sits, is our 100mm Legend GT system, which is €12,900. But you can get just the 3-DOF system, which is €5,600. We sell it in a 3-inch, a 4-inch, and a 6-inch kit.
And is this in Europe? Is this in the States? Is this international?
International, worldwide.
Worldwide, baby.
Worldwide, baby.
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide, awesome. Thanks for taking us through that quickly. Nice to see this rig. And actually, out of interest, so you've got the 4-point actuators, but is this platform? What is that platform separate for surge and? Is that the bottom part of the platform? Yeah. Is that a separate product?
Yes, yeah. So that's just the Legend base. You can get the 3-DOF, 4-post actuators independently, and then get the platform later.
Okay, there you go. Legend base.
Legend base.
So I go. What? So it's a Legend base, and what's the name of the actuators?
Champion. Varro Motion is the company. Champion are the post actuators on top.
And the Legend. But I like a Legend base. That's a good product name. I have to say, well done on that.
Thank you.
We'll see you around. Nice to see you. So, Varro Motion there. Let's go and see what's on the left. We've got some more VRS stuff here. We have another VRS wheel. A guy from VRS.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
What are you showing off here that in like 2 minutes you can quickly introduce?
2 minutes, all right. So
no pressure.
No pressure. All right, so we have the VRS DFP 15. Brand new force feedback onto that as of this weekend. Major update from what we've had before. It's really, really good stuff, and it's also available on the DFP 20 over on the rig towards the middle there. We've got the R295 wheel rim as well on sale. Everything this weekend in terms of hardware, 20% off. There's a QR code over in the distance there that you can grab for this weekend. Also, our VRS DFP pedals that we've had for a really long time. Everyone seems to love them. They're really, really good stuff. Red spring on them this weekend.
I have a question. With the VRS wheelbase, in terms of the driver software and the sort of having telemetry-driven force feedback, what sort of options are there available in terms of being able to shape the force feedback signal? Not just stuff like filtering. Are there any more advanced telemetry options for, like, let's say, taking car rotation or understeer and oversteer?
So that's in the pipeline. We're like looking at what's available, what's optimal for that, and what's possible even within each sim, and what's allowed in each sim. Just you could go like super crazy with that to the point where you could take in, I don't know. So with VRS, obviously we've got data packs and telemetry. You could maybe take that in. It's like, oh well, if the driver's steering through a corner, okay, well, like do something with the force feedback to like mimic what the inputs are actually then from the like coaches lab and stuff like that. So the options are sort of like limitless, but at the minute we'll start conservative and work our way on.
Yeah, focusing on the core force feedback and the base stuff that will work with everything and that won't give your engineers, the software engineers, a complete meltdown. But
like giving a product that you guys can't complain about. You're like, no, this is just really good kit, and then add the bells and whistles then on top of that.
Actually, interestingly as well, so you used to use the small midge motor, but then now you've moved away from that?
Yeah, sort of went in-house with that, a little bit cleaner, a little bit lighter, and then in terms of the like software development that we can do then on top of that, it's really, really effective as well.
And yet you have a separate power supply for that wheelbase, but that's the encoder and the electronics generally on the back.
Yeah, the electronics are on the back. So So yeah, just plugs out the back and then down.
Yeah, awesome. It's nice that it starts getting tidy, because I think that was one of the things with the old VRS wheelbase. I mean, I've got a small midget at home. I love the motor. It's a classic. It was one of the first sort of popular sim racing motors. Still great, but interesting that you know now going to more custom and more like specifically selected equipment.
Exactly.
And I would say as well, for those of you watching this video, you need to check out the VRS training pack. And I personally, when I've stolen setups off for iRacing or used setups, the VRS setups are like really just, they're on the oversteery side in a competitive sense, but they're not in the absolute insane esports side of stuff. And you'll be top split iRacing with them totally fine. If you're slow with them, it's your fault.
So. Pretty much, yeah. With the setups, we do try and make sure that they're pretty drivable, but competitive at the same time. It's a really hard balance to get that right, but we do try our best.
Awesome. Thank you very much for taking the time with us, and we'll have to check this out a bit more later, I think. But VRS with the wheelbase.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye. There you go, guys. VRS. Now we have here. There's this just in the corner, right? We have BDH, right? This is, and we've got a Muck Ralph here, German YouTuber. This is probably like the best thing at SimRacing Expo. People might not realise it today. There's not too many people around this, so you know, your average punter not realising. But what BDH have done here is they've brought a full-on force feedback, full-on force feedback shifter.
Basically, what we've got is a just under 3 Nm torque motor in there. It's got clutch lock in, clutch lock out. It's got, as you can see now, it's vibrating there. So as you come out of gear, and if you miss your shift, it'll let you know, because the gears fight against you. But also on the top, there's a little screen with a potentiometer that you can just sort of turn and tweak. And what you can do there's 20 preset gear patterns, so you can go from 1 to 3 speed with a reverse, or all the way up to 7 speed in reverse. And there's also an 8 speed in there too. You can mount the shifter basically as it is now, or turn it around 180 degrees, and you can also turn the screen round in rotation. Obviously, if you have it mounted 180 degrees to what it is now. But what you've also got, if you're, for example, sort of coming down the straight, and you're going for 4th gear, if you don't hit the clutch, you can come out 3rd, but it will not let you go into 4th until you've hit the clutch and hit that biting point. The biting point can be tuned from the shifter as well. So you can change it to like a 20% sort of biting point on the clutch. You've only got to put it down 20%, or you can go all the way up to 100% as well. So it is completely configurable. You can change how much vibration you get from when you're actually engaging your gears. You can change how much vibration you've got in neutral. You can change how much strength you've got in the retention, so that's basically how strong it stays in gear. There's multiple things that we can go into more depth, obviously, when we chat later on and do a little video, but that's sort of an idea, gives people an idea of what to...
And in theme with the Yorkshireness, you've got Croft.
Absolutely, absolutely, North Yorkshire.
I have actually been to this track once.
We actually went round it a few weeks ago with a good friend of ours, a good friend of mine, Johnny Ellsworth. He's a caterer. He's got a caterer, he races Janettas and all sorts. And he took us there literally 2 weeks before we were coming to the expo, and I was like, that's what we do, we're on Croft. So we all managed to get out with him on track, it was great.
And also great taste from you guys, you're running a Seto course, the original top-notch.
Absolutely,
handling.
absolutely.
And, was it easy for you to integrate the shifter with AC, or with different sims?
No problem at all, it's just, so we've got a SimHub plug-in. So as long as that's loaded to, obviously, through SimHub, everything just works through SimHub, and it's just plug and play like our normal stuff is.
Is this Sebastian at SimHub, right? Is that his name?
I don't know, to be
I'm
honest.
terrible with names, but
I am as well.
SimHub is a piece of software.
Yes.
So bloody good, just works.
It's
I think
amazing.
everyone should use it. But
I don't know why some people don't, to be honest.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. We'll catch you later. I really appreciate you talking through
No
this.
worries at
But
all.
as I said, I think this is
Sorry
probably...
about the voice.
You don't have to apologise for being northern, you know. But yeah, I think this is sort of one of the more exciting things at Expo. So good job on that.
Thank you.
Nice to see
We've
some.
had a lot of very good feedback. We've already had a lot of orders as well for this. We're not actually shipping until around March.
Oh, actually, people are obviously asking in the comments. Price.
No sequential. Either.
No sequential, but price.
The price is £1,700 plus taxes.
Okay,
that's a pre-sale, so pre-order price. Then it will be going up to £1,850 plus taxes.
And as it is at the moment, obviously there's a lot of interest, and this is the sort of thing that people that are like not on a tight budget. This is probably one of the highest end shifters on the market. Are you, with the interest in it, are you good on stock, or is this a...
At the moment, we're still in the prototype stage. It's early prototype, which is where we're giving ourselves a good amount of time to make sure everything's perfect, because, I mean, this was only built last week and finalised and tested last week by ourselves. So we need to now go away from the Expo after it's had a good amount of use from multiple people that don't know how to change gear, openly admitted to us, to professionals, to, well, anybody and everybody's had a go with it. So we need to now take it apart and closely examine absolutely every part of the shifter inside to make sure we're right, and we can make tweaks where we need to and change materials here and there. So I think there's a lot to do.
So I think with the so with that, you're saying basically when people pre-order now, the advantage is that you'll be able to know how many to go into production, but there will be obviously a lead time.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why you're doing a special price for this pre-order.
Correct.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, absolutely awesome. We'll catch you later. But I was going to say BDSM, BDSM shoot. That's next door. Yeah. For the guys, there's a shall we say a rather spicy trade show taking place down the road, and they'd love that, but I don't think they'd use their hands to change gear. But yeah, thank you very much.
No worries. Cheers, guys.
Right, see ya. Right, awesome stuff, and genuinely really exciting to see that actual innovations with H patterns. I think at the moment you've basically just got the AB9 from Moser, which you can use as a H pattern with force feedback, but don't quite work that well as a, well, it's all right as a handbrake, and just about okay as a sequential, but that BDH thing is on another level. Here we go, we have the Sensit Haptics booth, and these guys have the chairs that will vibrate your arse cheeks, and that's what it's all about. They don't like to call it vibration, though, I don't think. They want to stay away from that. It's, what's the main, we've got like 4 minutes or 3 minutes. Can you break down the main essence of this technology and what you're bringing here?
Yeah, of course. So basically we do seats inlets. That means we replace the cushions in your bucket seats with our own system. We have 14 actuators in there in 8 channels. So that means we have the transducers effectively on your skin. That means you can feel every fine detail, be it road effects, wheel slip, the gear shift, the engine, whatever you like. And that brings you the popometer, we call it in German. So you will know when you're losing traction and how to improve your driving effectively.
And that's built into the chair. Hello. That's built into the chair then, or is it a separate thing that you add onto your rig?
So basically, you can have any chair that you like and take out all these cushions, and we sell these cushions. Yeah, but we also sell complete sets with the chair and our cushions, and so that means you can upgrade your existing rig for it.
Okay. Well, and how much would it cost if someone wanted to get a Sensit seat?
So right now at the Expo it's $499, but the MSRP is $999. So right now we have a great deal online to get it for cheap, and there are still constant development in the software department, and we are still improving all of it, and you can do so much fine tuning. It's way too much to go into detail here, But if you're at the expo, come check it out. You need to feel it yourself.
Okay, thank you very much. Will you also be at Sim Formula Expo in Maastricht?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so there you go. If you're not, you're probably watching this after the expo, so it's not good. So you want to know that. Check them out in Maastricht, Sim Formula Europe then.
We are also having a lot of partners. So for example, at the SEMA in the USA, if you're there, we have racing fuel there, and they have all cushions included in their system. So go out there.
Awesome. So there you go. Sensit, haptic seat, vibrate your arse, and have a good time getting immersed in the simulators. Thank you very much for that. They've got quite a nice booth there. They've got some helium balloons to help take the load off the chair. They actually force every person sat in the sim rig to put the balloons on the head due to the weight issues that you find with lots of sim races. So actually, surprisingly, all these people in their booth seem to be a bit skinny, so not real sim racers. But nice to have in the chair the sort of transducer and or vibration haptics. That again, it gets rid of that static feeling of a simulator, which is I think a big problem with racing sims. You have part of it's like the immersion aspect of being able to feel stuff going on in the game, which wheels touching curbs and bumps and things. But the other thing is that it's really nice to just get rid of that flat static feeling. Hang on, we got some. There's a crazy guy here with a bit. What's going on here?
I'm selling these. No, I'm just giving away. Project Motor Racing.
Don't say who you are, but in the comment section, if you recognise this guy, if you could type, what could they type to indicate that they know who you are?
Something with plumbing? No, farming.
Farming. Okay, so farming's the clue. But there you go. Nice to see you. I'll catch you around later. It's giving out air fresh. It's very strange to see you walking around handing out air fresheners. Right, that's what goes on in SimRacing Expo.
Always on spot.
Take care. We continue on the right. Oh, wow, this here, probably the most exciting booth at SimRacing Expo 25. It is the Dortmund Hinschen kebab or kebab box booth. The selection, you have the Duna sauce here, you've got some lettuce, kind of Zwiebeln, and we have some cheese and what look like plastic vegetables. In Germany, all the vegetables are actually plastic, and that's why they don't really serve vegetables, because, well, plastic vegetables are not healthy. But yeah, probably the most important booth here. What's the kebab price? The Duna price is €10 for a kebab. Hang on, tea is €3.20. Bloody hell, it better be a good cup of tea. Let's see, what brand is it? Oh, it's Mebuma cask. It's not Yorkshire tea, it's not Twine, it's absolutely disgraceful tea for €3.20. Okay, worst booth at SimRacing Expo there, absolutely disgraceful. Bloody hell. Let's continue on away from the cheap, deplorable Expo tea. Messer food and catering, often disappointing, and went from Duna excitement to teabag depression in an instance there. So here we have the Wowoelk. Probably said that wrong. Are we? How do we? Are you with these? Are we talking? Okay. Hello. Can you explain this simulator very quickly, like 3 minutes? What have you brought? What's good? How do you say Wowoelk?
Yeah, Wowoelk. So the platform is very robust, and you feel the aesthetic feeling of you driving a different car in a different game. And we can set up the different data for getting into different games like Horizon 5, and right now we play as Dread 2, I think. It's Rally and Dread 2, and the software is our self-development, and it's fixed to 3 different platforms: the PS5, PC, and the Xbox. And the price is good. The price is only €5,000 for the platform, and the car seat and steering wheel is an extra price. So, and we have a different type of version. This is a tight and a small one, and that one is take a lot of space, but that one is a molded.
looking at this mini rig, where are the actuators in? How does that work? Where are the actual motors to move that?
Yeah, it's the same functional and the same performance. And then there's the 6-stop. There's also the 6-stop. And the light is weight. The weight is light. And then the frame, you can put it easily on your own, and it's really lightweight, and it's overweight for 300 kilos, and the price is 3,000 euros.
And so the motors are actually contained in each of those things that are all.
Yeah, of course.
That's nice. So you could put could you put a light T-slot sim rig on this?
Yeah, of course.
But on that you've got like a play seat type solution, but a small a very light solution would be best on that.
Yeah, of course.
And 3,000. And how much was this bigger one?
For the 5,000.
Yeah, and then so where are you guys based?
We're based in Shanghai, in China.
Okay, so in China, in Shanghai,
Yeah.
you have quite nice apartments there.
Yeah.
Do you have enough space for one of these rigs?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We have enough space and for the.
But does when you're in a flat? So I think there's a lot of people in China live in apartments.
Yeah.
When you have a simulator like this, with the apartment below you, do they get annoyed?
Yeah, of course. This is 6 dB noises. It's not allowed.
It's not loud, but the vibrations might. The apartment below you, the ceiling might start wobbling.
Maybe it's okay.
It's an earthquake. Don't worry, guys. It's an earthquake. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for. Say the name of it again.
Wowoelk app.
Wow. Elk. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Have a great time at SimRacing Expo. Thanks for showing us that. Right, Elk there with the apartment destroyer. Actually, it turns out half of the earthquakes reported in China are from people putting that motion rig in the flat above you. We now have here a track racer rig, and this is quite an interesting platform. Maybe we ask some questions here. So, what's going on with this rig? This looks like quite a different arrangement to what you normally see with this type of. I was going to say hexipod, but the actuators are horizontal rather than vertical.
So what I'm trying to do with this is that I'm trying to maximize or prioritize this sort of a movement.
Right.
So so I'm trying to prioritize, the planar movements. So let's say the XY plane. And when you see that the initial response of the driver, so when he brakes or when he goes through a corner, the initial response is taken by the surge or the sway, and then brings slowly into a position where you can feel the constant forces. So everything on the motion side, from the software to basically all the interactions are programmed by us. So we're not dependent on any other software right now. And with time we're going to increase the compatibility and everything. So this is the pricing.
So 5,500.
Yeah, so that's for the black frame and the bottom, without the peripherals and the seat and everything. Yeah.
But what's the main benefit of going for a horizontally actuated with these rods coming out in this direction? What's the benefit compared to vertical?
From a technical point of view, all of the movement range and the speed is transferred sort of one-to-one to the surge and sway effects. So let's say, so these actuators right now we have a 300 millimeter travel at a maximum of 500 millimeters per second. And that translates one-to-one with the surge and sway effects. And that is what I want to prioritize instead of the rotation effects and rotational speed. Secondly, you can see that it's super compact and neat, and allows us to keep it in any corner in your room.
So, as you say, you're rather than focusing on vertical movement, you're trying to emphasise surge, sway, and maybe like for traction loss, yaw.
Exactly. So we have about a 25-degree each side yaw effect, but that's obviously reduced because we've placed the center of rotation far forward. So right now we have limited to about 8 degrees. But it's an extreme yaw, so the speed of the yaw is just really fast. The system is in a really immature state, I would say, because we got this working last week, and so it's going to be quite a bit of development. So this is going to go out in February and March.
Awesome. Now, thank you for giving us that introduction. Then, generally, would you design this with having a lighter rig on it, maybe, rather than a larger rig? heavier rigs, are you? But you've put the monitors on it, so I guess it can take quite a load.
In this sort of a configuration right now, so with the monitors, the seat, the way everything is configured here, this can take up to 110 kgs.
So that's one of me.
Yeah.
Plus 110 plus the driver, or total?
So 110 only for the driver in this configuration.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is that till the first pre-order deliveries go out in February to March, we're going to boost up the electronics so that we can increase that weight capacity up by 30 kgs. Yeah. And yeah, so basically all you see that the basic black frame, so everything here, this is already included, so all you need is the seat, steering wheel and the pedals. And the reason we did it is because so that we can keep the center of gravity of the driver a little low. Because with this system what we're trying to achieve is that the virtual rotation center stays in sort of the middle instead of being at the bottom. And yeah, so having your own rig just helps with, you know, optimizing and maximizing those effects.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking us through that. As I say, to me that looks very interesting. It using the horizontally positioned actuator, and also quite interesting that you're focused on surge, yaw, and those aspects of motion more than heave.
That's why you have a 6-DOF system. I mean, a 3-DOF system is perfect for all suspension effects, but yeah, the purpose of having a 6-DOF is then you want a bit more than the suspension effects, or the road textures and stuff. And yeah, that's what we're focusing on here.
Okay, thank you. And that's the name of the company is Najam Simtech. Are you based in Germany? In Germany.
In Germany.
Okay, cool. People can, if they were looking for ordering, they would go to your website, I guess.
I would love if you can try it out later.
And then if they email you and say Gamer Muscle sold me the rig, I'll take a 80% commission. Thank you. Right, perfect. Thank you very much. That's really interesting. Here we have another rig. Look at this. It's the Gravitech, guys. Right. So, hello, Mr. Gravitech.
How are you, James?
Yeah, I'm all right. So last year, if you remember, this guy had probably one of the most insane sim rigs at SimRacing Expo. You had the Gravitech rig that was moving around with fireworks. I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed that there's no fireworks today.
I'm very disappointed. We didn't bring them, sorry. But we have a much more insane system.
Yeah, let's have it. Can you talk us through this as quickly as possible?
Yes, this system has a very unique feature, which is having the pitch and roll axis above the head of the user, for much better acceleration feeling. You know, usually in most systems in the industry, you have the roll and pitch axis below the user, but by having them above the user, you get much more accurate physics, and you don't feel motion sick. And, you have pitch, roll, heave. Look at the action; it's insane. You know, and it's especially for a Gran Turismo type experience, like the game Outrun back in the days. You know, you're driving a fast car on the highway, and you feel everything: the heave, the centrifugal forces, the longitudinal accelerations, braking, and so on. So we try to make it, you know, for only about 10k euros, we try to make a package that embodies the whole experience.
And I think the obvious thing to say with this simulator is that you've really thought about making it as compact and small as possible.
Exactly, yes. It can fit in your closet, as you can see. But it is scalable. We didn't use a linear actuator, we used a push rod. So you can scale the system. If you want a small system, you can make a small base and a small push rod. But the fun is having a large workspace, so you can swing the rig in all directions. So we thought it was a good compromise to have a 2 meter by 2 meter system like this one. But we can make it smaller, of course.
Absolutely insane simulator. I think each year, what you're going to be doing next year? Like, how do you?
Next year will be direct brain implant.
You'll have a simulator dangling from the ceiling, taking it off.
Absolutely. I'm thinking of it. Or portal to another dimension, perhaps.
Well, I love how every year you bring something even more insane.
Thank you.
Like, you just need the fireworks mounted to the side, the edges of this rig, and then I think it's absolutely perfect. That.
Thank you so much. I will try to remember the fireworks next year.
Hopefully, I haven't had to go on this yet, but hopefully we'll be able to jump on it later.
Yes,
but
yes.
it is actually quite interesting having the pivot points at the top.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things a lot of people don't understand with motion rigs is that the point of where you're pivoting actually does affect the experience quite a bit.
The axis of rotation, you know, if you remember, Niels Housinbel from Housinbel Engineering made a video about...
Yeah, I really don't like that guy.
Yeah, he was right about physics, you know. He had many physics truth bombs. And for motion simulation, for car simulation, you have to have the axis above your head. Else you will have incorrect motion cues, you will feel motion sick, and that's why you need perhaps large motion is good motion for once.
Okay, thank you very much for talking us through that. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you later and we'll jump on this.
I hope so. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care. We're being secretly filmed here. Secretly filmed, it's all right. So the gravity deck there, and we've successfully managed to do one side of one aisle. Let's work our way down the other side of the aisle. We're not even at the halfway point. SimRacing Expo, totally mental. Oh, actually, whilst we're here, we can see the stage. So here you have the main stage where they've been doing some esports, they're doing presentations, and then so if you come to SimRacing Expo, you can just sit down and find out what's going on in sim racing. And sadly, you have to listen to Iris talk through stuff. But look at we've got the tech here, the editing. They're making sure it's going out. They've got the live stream chat there. But yeah, you've got these interviews and informative side of sim racing, influencers talking, all that kind of lot. So it's not just demos and like motion rigs. You actually can sit and nerd out to another level if you want to, if you're into that. I think a lot of people though are just using this as an opportunity to rest their legs, because when you're walking around SimRacing Expo, you do find that your legs start to fall off very quickly. SRG1 sim racing gloves. They actually, every 1,000th order, they chop your hand off, like someone that's done some theft in Saudi Arabia. They chop your hand off, and then your glove and your hand gets put on display, which you might think is a bad thing, but you will, well, not you, but your hand will be immortalised on this plinth, rotating, advertising their glove. So that's a sim racing glove stand here, SR, and they've got a few different gloves you can take a look at. They've got like a grip texture to them, nice and shiny, nice and light as well, so you're not going to be sweating too much, and also quite tight, not too far up your hand, so that's quite nice. We got some other gloves that are a bit like that. I think the shorter gloves that are light are the right way to go. But there you go, SRG1 gloves. And is this an LMP3 car?
LMP3 car.
Yeah, I always get LMP2 and LMP3 cars mixed up because they look reasonably similar to my untrained eye.
Yeah, it's an LMP3. We raced last week in Manicur. This car was in the Prototype Cup Germany this year. Yeah, it's an LMP3.
And which one of you is the dentist? No, none of you. No. He's got good teeth though, so maybe he knows the dentist that's funding it.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So there you go, the gloves, LMP3 car, and a frog on the front of it. Let's take you into the LMP3 car here, guys, so you can have a look inside the cockpit. Very, very tight in there. 2 race logic displays, so you know that you're slow. Carbon fibre cockpit. Got the electronics, the radio system, fire extinguisher for when you drive into another car. Quite nice to see. Quite a few vehicles at Expo this year. Is he opening up the engine here, I think? We're going to have she's taking her clothes off. know, look inside. It's about to get very filthy here. Here we go. Full on reveal. Bow, chicka, chicka, bow. He's struggling to undo the hatch. He's struggling to take the clothes off. Here we go. There's another one. Bow, chicka, chicka, bow, 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 chicka, chicka, wow. I'm trying to do the music for you guys. Okay. There we go. I hope this guy, he could get a job for Ferrari actually. There we go, they're lifting up. And smoothly it comes off, elegant, and I know it's caught on the rear wing. Here we see two men destroy the carbon fibre of the rear car. As you can see, it's quite durable. And take a look inside there. And over the top, the rear go. Oh, it's caught on something. Bloody hell, it's caught on the door. So you can actually see it flexing, but you can see how light that bodywork is. It's quite interesting. But also, you know, they didn't have to be gentle with that. And then, so flexible, light, and now we can take a peer inside the engine here. Never seen so many people hold their phones up to look at a parked car. That is the joy of parked cars. Right, so continuing down here on the right-hand side of the first corridor, we have a nice flight simulator sim rig setup. They've got the Hotas pendular rudder pedals. We got these at home, really nice rudder pedals. The Hotas Warthog throttle and stick, really good. And a triple screen with them running Microsoft Flight Sim with the Top Gun, the F-18 Hornet from Top Gun there on the Thermaltake rig, because this is the Thermaltake booth. We saw these guys at Gamescom, and hang on, let's see if the Thermaltake lady, let's see if she remembers us from Gamescom. Do you remember me?
No.
No. From Gamescom?
Ah, no.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. How are you finding Expo?
Interesting.
Okay.
A lot of people, most people know already what they want and have already experience with simulators, so the most of people are really professionals.
So since Gamescom, I saw you had the outfit, and I've still not lost enough weight to be able to fit into the outfit myself.
Till the next year.
Next year, I'm working on it. Okay, I'll stop bothering you. Have a good time.
Yes, have a good time.
We'll move on to the other rigs here. We've got a T-slot rig with the GR900, 4-point actuators, just a sort of standard T-slot again with very reasonably sized monitors. So you know, you want to get into sim racing, you've got a small setup or a small space, just get one of these rigs. And probably actually better off watching films on this. If you don't mind black bars, you could watch a super ultra wide film and have a good time with that. Crazy the options and screen sizes now on the market for sim racing. I do actually really like having the large curved screens. If you're not using VR, it's quite an interesting way to get mega wide immersion. We have some Thermaltake fans if you wanted to cool down your sim rig, or maybe have one blown in your face. We've got it's like a bloody disco going on there. I mean, why not RGB if it's free, but I'm not one to be staring at my graphics card, you know. I'm normally watching the screen. And this guy's watching a go-kart as he drives around. Again, in Assetto Corsa go-kart mod, very nice to see more booths using Assetto Corsa. Look at this, the Thermaltake all-in-one cooler there, but you can, as always, you can open your PC case or look through your window and then see what your CPU, fan and temperatures are. Who doesn't want to do that? This probably explains, to be honest, why so many sim racers are crashing at T1 Monza. They're too busy looking at their Thermaltake CPU cooler with their CPU usage to notice that the brake point's already past them and now they're driving into the car in front of them. But that's a rundown of the insanity that is the Thermaltake booth here. Absolutely humongous booth that they got going on. Crazy stuff. And I think that's one of the things at SimRacing Expo is that the booths have only gotten bigger and bigger. We've got a nice Radical SR3 here, SimRacing Expo promotional booth. I'm not sure what else they're doing. It's just like a space. We've got some people having dinner, some Simucube guys having a sneaky sandwich there. So they're recharging their batteries. Nice Radical SR3, as I say, absolutely beautiful car. Really good entry into Formula racing. Good car. A lot of people probably drive this before they get into F4. Insane downforce. Beautiful. If Radical would like to let me get in one of their cars or maybe give me one, I won't say no. We promoted it on this live stream, which it's a video. We've promoted it on this video, which will obviously get them so much view and recognition. Now you all know what a Radical is, you know? You didn't until this, so yeah. Here we go, we have another Chinese manufacturer here. We've got Simagic, and Simagic have gone for like a UFO abduction theme with the ceiling arrangement there. It's rumoured that if you stand underneath this at midnight, it descends from the ceiling like the not Stargate, but if you watch Stargate, the rings that come down that take you to the mothership, the Simagic mothership, and a huge booth from Simagic. What does Simagic have, I hear you cry in the comments section? Well, don't worry, I'm going to show you what their new things are. They have a new wheelbase, which is for some reason hidden away here. A 28 Newton meter wheelbase. Stop with the Newton meters, I hear you say. 28 Newton meter wheelbase, absolutely brand new from them. Don't know if it's even released yet. And then they have a new Formula rim, I guess you say GT3 Formula rim, the Formula steering wheel, absolutely insane, with detachable screen on it. I believe you can actually take the screen out of it if you want to, and they might sell other options and adjustments. It's got, you know, it's got all the shifters, clutches, really nice buttons, really nice feel to it. I had a little fiddle with this earlier. It's a really nice wheel rim, and with it being Simagic, it will be much more on the affordable side and not on the absolute insanity price side of things, you know. You've got some amazing quality wheel rims that you'll see later in this video, but a lot of them are very expensive, and it's nice to see some companies come in and, like PXN, have a really cheap sort of GT Formula rim, but then Simagic doing a what I would say is quite a high-end wheel rim, but at a price it's still a lot more competitive. So they've obviously got all the other stuff that you're used to seeing from Simagic. They've got some pedals that people can fiddle with. What's this? What is this? Max 01 Apex Series. It's a Conspit booth. See, the thing is, even the small booths now are actually pretty big. So it's getting out of control. Let's see if we can ask Conspit what they've got that's new, that's showing off. I mean, they do have, they've got a little go-kart rig there, some smaller rigs. It could be quite good for those of you that want a Formula seating position. We've got the FP Light 841 euro CPP Light pedals, 290 for the wheel. and the wheelbase is 500 euros. So Conspit doing stuff that's on the more affordable side as well, which is fantastic. We've also got a half cockpit there, so you can get that Formula experience. Don't think they're selling the GT3 car. They should do, really. Is that a GT3? That's more of a... That is GT3, I think. It was like a GT4 car. And then we have more rigs over here. We've got a familiar face, testing the rig out. How do you find it?
Well, I'm on my first lap, so
okay.
No impression of it.
Okay, no impression yet. It's his first lap. There's this guy's an amateur here on this rig. So they're having to explain how a steering wheel works to him, how pedals operate. Very confused guy here. As you can see, he's never really used any equipment before. Yeah, he's learning how to use the rotary knobs there. He's just getting to grips with it. I'm saying they're teaching you well.
The man who beat me in the most world's famous competition.
Look, I was not gonna bring it up, but yes, guys, we did beat Morad at something sim racing through pure skill and not through luck whatsoever.
Yeah, it was skill. It was skill and skill alone.
How are you doing? How are you finding Expo?
I am, well, first of all, I have no voice because I've been talking over engine noise and yeah, but it's been cool. Like, man, there's so many people here. This is like, I haven't been before, but everyone's saying it's the largest attendance ever. And the coolest thing is meeting everyone in person, like seeing you again. You know, I guess that's okay. But no, you know, just seeing, you know how it is, like seeing people that you talk to online, but like actually meeting them, and even viewers and other content creators. It's cool. Like, I had a good night last night. I hung out with a bunch of guys. That sounded weird.
Also, look at this, guys. Shameless plug. He's just walking around with his gloves. He's just waving them in people's faces.
Well, it's for sanitary reasons, to be honest. Also, they're brand new. I mean, this is the shameless plug. Brand new grim. Look at, oh, just gorgeous. Just stuck. Look, doesn't even move. No, but
he's slapping people in the face with his gloves.
I mean, I'm branding people.
But yeah, no, really nice to see you. Even better to beat you in probably the most serious and prestigious sim racing event.
If it was anybody else, I'd be upset. But you're such a nice guy, so we'll let it slide.
I paid him to say that, guys. Well, catch you around later. Nice to see you.
You know what? The internet needs to start new beef between us that we don't know about. So, any ideas?
Let's get another beef. Canada versus Great Britain, Ultimate Nation. Who's the winner?
You tell me.
Obviously Britain, thank you. Canada has to apologise for even taking part in that conversation. All right, see you, have fun. Okay. So there's a Morad there. So that's one of the nice things with Expo as well, is that you get the chance to meet real world race drivers and then harass them. But it's nice that Conspit are teaching him how to use a steering wheel and pedals. I'm sure he can apply that to his real wheel driving, and that'd be really nice for him. As I say, now he's lost to me. He's lost all credibility. Here we have a beautiful another flight simulator rig. This is what we like to see. We've got a Thrustmaster Warthog. We've got the Thrustmaster Airbus throttle quadrant, which they just released about a year and a half ago. We've got the Thrustmaster yoke, not the best of yokes. Moser actually had the nice force feedback yoke. Brunner doing insane force feedback yoke. Thrustmaster, come on, do a force feedback yoke. To be honest, as a non-force feedback yoke, the Thrustmaster one's quite good in terms of pricing. You basically have honeycomb. I would say honeycomb is sort of at the top on the non-force feedback and Thrustmaster. Not too bad. At least with the Thrustmaster, you do get out of the box a lot of, and on the yoke itself, a lot of the controller options, sliders and input. And it's quite precise, and it's not as stiff as the honeycomb. So if you wanted a lighter yoke, it's a good option to go for. This guy here flying around in the Cessna, I know it might be the Robinson actually, wings under the aircraft, much more agile and exciting to fly, I'd say, than a bog standard boring Cessna. But yeah, nice little rig there, no motion on it, it's just chilling out. See, what's the thing being shown off here?
We are basically based in Turkey brand, Wolf Racing. We are producing these profiles for 35 years now. And from Wolf Racing, we are a young brand, 5 years old. And we produce everything mostly in Turkey, but also we produce in Germany too. Our office in Berlin here. And now we are showing the people our F1 cockpits, flight cockpit, and over there we have GT cockpits, and that's it.
So a lot of people I think would be very interested in this Formula cockpit. What's the pricing for this cockpit with the seat and this whole thing here?
It depends on the adjustment you add on the cockpit, but generally I can say it's like 1,000 between 1,200 euros.
Okay, so that basically what we can see here is about 1,200.
Yeah, we can say that.
Okay.
But it's without the hardware, so it will be less, I think.
Awesome, thank you for that introduction there. Nice to see more. I think it's good to see more Formula rigs like that because it's not that common.
Yeah, and we are the only one here, I think, in this fair produce everything themselves because we are producing our own seats too. Okay. They are made from Alcatraz. And everybody loved it here because it's so soft. It looks like velvet, but it has more quality than velvet. And that's it.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate you taking the time. Have a nice one. That was nice. So they got a motion rig, and I think that Formula rig, as I say, having more Formula rigs like that are small, there's a real lack of them. Still at 1,300, that's somewhat pricey. Not necessarily for what they're selling, that's with a really nice seat, and also with it being T-slot, it'll be really solid. So it's not that it's a bad price rig, but it's certainly not on the budget side. But I would like to see more sort of, like that original Formula play seat, or even what they're doing with the T-slot, but just more affordable. I think there's a lot of very expensive stuff, a lot of mid-range stuff, but not so much super affordable stuff. This is built for simulation, speed simulators. Not quite sure what's going on there. We have 4-point actuator, Sim Academy, simulation for education. Simulation for education. Sounds like a bad 90s rap. Don't copy that, Floppy. Oh, actually on this we have the good OLED Samsung, I think, on that. Oh, no, so yeah, I think it's LCD Samsung, but the ultra wide, really good there. Again, more Asetek Corsa, get in there. Right, that is the first corridor down. We have 2 more corridors to go. We're gonna have to speed demon through this, guys. Otherwise, we're gonna run out of time for today. So let me just stop for a second, and we are gonna take you down the next aisle of SimRacing Expo. Right, here we have the Simifi guys here with their shop booth. So this is your trusted one-stop online shop, and I won't cover too much into this because they're basically just a seller of sim racing equipment, so it's all the same brands that you'll see elsewhere, but this is a reseller, as I say, so they'll have a whole collection. It's a nice booth though. I have to say, really like the orange carpet, and this archway is very sort of, it's an emotional journey through a sim racing store. I've just ruined their promotional video. Oh, I've ruined their promotional video. Sorry, I've ruined your video. How do you feel about me ruining your video?
It's all good, no worries.
It's just the third time.
Yeah, well, or the 20th time.
Okay, well, you could do another 5 takes, but sorry, right, there we go. So I've already stopped them from being able to sell any products this year, and beautiful. I'm really good at getting in the way of other people's videos. But yeah, Simifi. It's a sim racing store. They've got lots of rigs there. They've got orange carpet, and they've got the archways of interruption. What have we got here? We find ourselves with Drive Your Dream. We have the SimX Pro, and we have a guy you might recognise. there's another weird guy talking to him at the moment. Don't know if you know this person. It's a strange.
God's sake, it's gamer muscle. It's a business here. What do you think of SimX Pro, gamer muscle?
What do I think of SimExpo?
SimX Pro.
SimX Pro.
Yeah.
SimX Pro at SimRacing Expo. I've not tried it too much to really comment on it in depth as I put my camera all over the place. Worst filming ever.
I mean, I don't know too much. I'm having a chat with them. I don't know too much about it. I know that this one they do custom wraps, €650 all in, so kind of competitive. And this one behind you is $350. So I like it on the trolley wheels. But I want to understand more about rigs because aluminium profile is aluminium profile. So how do you separate yourself as a brand? You bring a big Porsche to the place.
Yeah, that's it. The car sells it, but you know, they need a Formula 1 car really. They've been showed up.
You need a camera assistant. You're big enough.
I'm not big enough for an assistant. Kirith, of SimRacing Expo 2025, what so far has been the best thing that you've seen?
Honestly, Asetek Rally, and I'm not a rally dude. I really like it. The craziest thing I think I've seen is the helmet that will decapitate you. It looks like a trap.
Don't know spoilers. We've not shown that yet, but you will see it.
Well, put in the comments if you agree with me that it looks dangerous. See now my cameraman's driving the Porsche.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's why you got to keep it in house, right? It's going to take you out. It's going to take you out.
Nice to see you, Kirith.
To see you, nice.
Nice to see you. I'll see you this evening.
See you later. You're leaving the game.
Hello. You do know that you need to put the car into gear to make it move forward?
I don't know, maybe the right or the left pedal, I forgot.
Awesome. So you go, nice crowd there watching him rev the Porsche. And so yeah, these guys are doing wraps, as Kirith explained to you, and custom stuff with rigs. I think they also might have some haptics as well. They've obviously doing good enough to be branding the Porsche Cup car, I think it is. So let's continue on here. But it's amazing how many people will appear out of nowhere when someone starts revving a car engine. But I would have thought you start running away. That's how it works in London normally. You're like, all right, they're revving cars, probably going to get stabbed if we don't move on. So opposite effect happens in Germany. It's obviously far too safe here. So, what do we got here in the middle? We have SRS shop. This is another shop, so we're not going to go too in depth here on this, but they have it's a store, as I say. So again, another place where actually even at Expo you can come here and you can pick stuff up. This is the official store of SimRacing Expo.
Yeah, hi.
and you guys are the only store where you can actually buy stuff at Expo directly rather than pre-ordering. You can come in and pick it up.
You can come in and pick up everything you see here, yeah.
Okay, and at the moment, what would you say is the best product that you're selling, or the most exciting thing that you've got on offer right now for 2025?
So we have here this year the Simucube 2 Pro wheelbase for 20% off, and the active pedal set for a very good discounted price. That's something which runs already like warm bread, right? It's very nice.
And it's SRS.
Yeah, Sim Race Shop.
Yeah, the logo is very hard for me to work out as a bit of a dyslexic, but it's not a B, it's an R.
Right, yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Awesome, thank you very much for that. So yeah, come in and you can buy stuff, and they've got a stack. Look at this mountain a mountain of Simucubes. Do you need a cube? Well, they've got a cube in a cube on top of cubes. It's Simucube madness. On the topic of Simucube, there's a rogue Simucube booth. There's just too many cubes everywhere. Hang on, we've got some cubic controls. Some people say there's an issue of the naming and branding in sim racing, with companies not being original with their names. I don't think so. I think they've all been very creative and come up with stuff that makes the product stand out and not blend into a single name that is impossible to remember. We have some GSI wheels here as well on their little T-slot wheel rack, which some of you guys could probably do with this T-slot wheel rack to put your wheels on in your basements and your sim rig dungeons. But that's nice collection. We've got the Asher Racing McLaren rim there. We're kind of breaking our rules here in terms of our slalom through this, through the trade show. There's the hall that we started on, but we're now sort of in the middle bit where it's more of a bit of a cluster. So I'm going to try and do this side as well. We're going to do both sides of this corridor in one sweep. So back down here, we'll find ourselves the Asetek booth. And here we have a beautiful LMP2 car, much better than LMP3. I think we can all agree that LMP3 is terrible. Sounds nice, but should be thrown off the cliffs of Dover. But LMP2, that's more where it's like. And then the hypercars, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous there. Am I being an idiot and this is also an LMP3 car? No, I'm pretty sure this is LMP2. I get confused. To me, they look kind of similar, especially when they've got the rear taken off them. Look at that. We've got the Potato Nation sticker on there. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful. Nice. Nice stuff. We got their very modest cinema screen for the Asetek promotional. And then we need to find an Asetek guy to tell us what they've got that's new. Recently for this year, they did actually announce they've got their entry-level wheel rims. So actually we can see them here. They've got their games console support on the Xbox. You've got you can push start and stop button there. But we've done a video on this at Gamescom. Basically though, you now have a much more affordable way to get into the Asetek ecosystem. So you can go from relatively cheap, expensive compared to a games controller, but cheap compared to your average sim racing equipment, all the way up into divorce. You know, so you can gradually work yourself to divorce, one wheel rim at a time. This is a nice display they've got on here. The nice little Asetek screen on the wheel as well. But I think the Asetek wheels, it's a bit of a controversy with these. The Asetek wheels are not the nicest looking, I don't think. A lot of people don't like the visual design of them. I'm kind of a bit ambivalent actually. But functionally, the Asetek wheels actually feel really nice and the buttons on them are really good. So there's the budget wheel in action. But yeah, functionally the wheel rims are really nice. You can access all the buttons. Ergonomically they feel great. Incredibly solid wheel rims to actually use. They've got a Project Motor Racing here for people to try out if they want to do some PMR early experience. He's not making that break point. There he goes, and testing the force feed back into the wall. Dead. Perfect. But Asetek booth, I think they're mostly just showing off, as I say, the new, the same wheels that they were showing at Gamescom. Nice. Oh, there's a Jardier. Yeah, we have to look at this. This Jardier. Hello, hello.
Mr. James West, how you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thanks.
I'm going to force you to talk in excitement and commentary on what's happening?
Everybody here is a big nerd, and they all love race cars, and we all love racing. Lots of Formula wheels. Nothing is round anymore.
Can you let people know what your channel is for those that don't know?
My channel is called GP Laps, and I do like history sim racing.
So like, GP Laps is probably one of the best channels for those of you that are old, like myself, that enjoy proper, real race cars. That you know, you have to sort of glide them around the track a bit, manage them, be very careful, but you go through all the details as well, because I think you're a bit of a car nerd.
Yeah, I like history is my big thing, so I don't know, talking about the cars and the drivers and the tracks and all that stuff.
I definitely think that we could do with more sim racing channels that are like your channel, in that you have like a really nice sort of relaxed, chilled out thing. It's not, your channel doesn't feel like a YouTube channel in the sense of like it's someone screaming at the screen or someone being moody. Yours is nice and chill. It's like have a cup of tea, or you're American, have a cup of coffee, and listen to some facts about vintage cars and vintage racing, or maybe do an online race, because you do some community races.
I do mostly rally these days online, but yeah, it's very nice of you to say all those things.
What would you say is your pick of SimRacing Expo so far?
I've been overwhelmed. Like, I'm happy I'm here for all 3 days because there's so much stuff to look at, and really impressed with the Assetto Corsa Rally. I've gotten to try it a little bit, and I love rallies, so like having more rally games is good. Project Motor Racing is quite fun as well. Got to race the AI finally in that, and yeah, I don't know. There's so much stuff. I have like hours of footage I shot, and I'm gonna digest it all when I get home.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Hopefully, I'll catch you later. We'll have a little off-camera chat. Oh, secret. Oh, and then we have a guys. You hate it when people do that.
I have no voice. Hello, camera.
No, guys. That's why you were pointing to Jay.
What do you mean? What about guys?
Guys. Jardier, in a very loud voice, what is your pick of SimRacing Expo so far? What's the exciting thing that you've seen?
I mean, I literally go here for the community, so like...
Oh, hang on. Let's stop him there. Jardier, bloody all this positivity, the community, the people, having fun. What is the worst thing? What do you hate the most, Jardier?
Project Motor Racing.
Sorry?
Project Motor Racing.
You don't enjoy Project Motor Racing?
I don't like it, no, I didn't like it at all. I tried it once though, not twice, but I didn't like it too much. No.
Well, guys, that is disgraceful. I think we can get some hate comments on Jardier's channel.
I need to try it at home, because at home it's better environment.
He's recovering it.
The first impression wasn't very good. You know?
I feel bad now. We've managed to make Jardier say something. I've destroyed his channel. The downfall of Jardier at the Asetek booth.
It's about to come.
But yeah, in terms of not community, not people, not having a good time, and not partying too much, what sort of hardware, equipment, or thing here do you think stood out?
I've read. Did you try the RS virtual reality thing?
Not properly. I've seen it though.
You need to try. It's very good. It's actually very weird and very obviously expensive, but in terms of feeling what it does with your head, it's very cool. Like, that was for me the most wow so far thing.
And that's why Jardier's also got a broken neck.
Exactly, yeah.
No, it has been awesome to hang around and see people, and I think that is...
What did you like the most yourself?
I actually think the BDH shifter is probably the most interesting thing, the force feedback shifter.
Oh yeah, really? What is it?
It's just over there. It's probably, to the right. It's probably the most exciting and interesting thing here, actually, and a lot of people aren't aware of it.
Okay.
But yeah, proper force feedback H pattern with like lockout for shifting and stuff. So it's just over there.
You work with them or something?
Yeah, and so my commission rate, if you use code Jardier or Gamer Muscle, and then I really enjoyed the IMSIM Gara Motion Rig. I'm going to feel bad saying this, but with Evo, I think the update might have changed the physics.
Together already a few years ago, it was very good.
But the latest update to Evo, I don't know if it was the motion rig making it seem better, but I think they might have improved the handling a bit, so it's a bit more playful. Don't know if you...
I haven't tried. I'm going to be honest, as I said, I'm here with the community most of the time, so I literally tried like 3 things. I literally tried like...
It's all right, I'll turn around there now. There you go. Come in frame here, there we go.
I literally tried like 3 things so far, so I've been very embarrassing in terms of me trying some stuff. Like, it was very difficult, but
You can come in, Jake. Come over.
I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk to people and.
So I know the biggest secret about this guy.
Yeah, go on then.
He's actually very nice in person.
Oh, no, he's terrible. He's awful. My regret, right? Here we go on camera. No, what I regret about you, Jardier. Here we go. What I regret is that in person, like you're way funnier than you are online, right? Like he actually makes it. He comes up with like we've been in a few places, we've been in a few hotels, haven't we?
It's such a mean compliment.
No, but like he keeps it.
Let me say something nice, but offend you at the same time.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you like he's funny on his streams and like jolly, but you're on another level in real life, which is really good. But I don't think people see it enough. So.
I'm happy to be here, guys.
Well, what I want is more extreme humour on the live stream.
Well, you're the same. On the stream, you're a bit more. I feel like on the real life, you're more fun.
Thank you. Right, where's your hotel? Where are you staying? That's very vague. It's like, I'm not telling that guy.
I see you every year, man. Yeah, I wish we could see each other more often, though.
But joking aside, though, I do think, like as you were saying, these types of events. It's, as a YouTuber, content creator, you're doing stuff with community. You're also just talking with people. I honestly feel like I haven't actually been to SimRacing Expo.
Last year I haven't seen anything, and I also haven't done anything. But this year, like, we have a lot of people from the Discord who came here, and we literally, if you would ask a lot of them, they would say they are here for the community, just to see their friends from online and talk. And I think it's one of the most important things as well,
Yeah, so you really do get a different side of sim racing from in-person events. I mean, unfortunately, you will probably bump into Jardier. He's hard not to miss, like bobbling along through the exhibits. But yeah, no, you get a totally different side of it. In America, you're in the States, right?
Yeah.
So you have the Chicago Expo that just did recently.
Yeah, I didn't go to that. I came all the way to Germany instead.
Yeah. But then you've also got Sim Formula Europe. If I'm just going to run through them quickly, SimRacing Expo is going to do an American one, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So there should be a few options for you guys to check out an actual in-person sim racing show. Definitely worth it. Right. What are you laughing at? What is it? I was just going through, like, I'm trying to be useful, giving people information.
Yeah. I wish to have your energy on a Sunday like this.
Oh, man.
I can't even talk, what's this called? But you're like, no problem.
Friday night was a bit too much for me, I think. Like, but you took it easy.
Yeah, I don't drink too much. I had one beer yesterday. I like to. My most favorite thing is to make other people drink. So I just order drinks for other people.
And then he takes their wallet and he runs away. And this is how he's doing the race driving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to make it somehow and afford it somehow and yeah.
Okay. So make sure. That's my. That was just touching my bottom there.
He just took your wallet.
Oh, he took my wallet. Sadly, it's a battery, not a wallet. But right, I'm going to continue off. Nice to see you, Jardier.
Did you sit in my car yet?
No, we're going to get there. We've got to go through up this side and then back down, and then we'll check.
We'll sit in the car.
Okay, we'll check out your car later. Look at him. That was a humble brag there. Have you? Oh, it's in my race car. It's so hard being an influencer.
It's not my race car, but I've driven it, so it's technically
okay.
His name on it, so it might as well be yours.
If you fart in it, it's yours.
Challenge accepted. Right, that's the title of this SimRacing 2025. If you fart in it, it's yours. Right. Okay. Okay, right.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to Gamer Muscle.
Yeah, subscribe to Jardier, subscribe to GP Laps Jake, and right, I'm continuing the talk. Goodbye, Jardier.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Off we go. Okay. See you in a bit, guys. Right, there we go. Jardier interview. I think we covered everything at the Asetek booth there. Now we're gonna tilt the camera. So I tried to tilt, there we go, behave camera, there we go. So now we're going to continue, we've got a bit of boiled egg cam for you guys here. We're going to continue back down the middle. We did, we've got the actual racer booth here, if I get this correct. Let me just start and stop. So we have now the actual racer booth behind us, and they do, they do the racing simulators, it says. We have, weirdly, a rig with a screen on it here, which is rather interesting. I'm not quite sure what they're showing off with there. It's a full Formula rig. They've got a Pimax headset on that. Let's just maybe we can sneak into their booth. English-speaking person, please come over. What are you showing off here? What's the main thing that you guys are demonstrating, or new, or exciting?
Okay, the new product what we have is our Formula 1 simulator. It's brand new. It's finished.
Let's walk over to it and have a look.
Yes,
then.
of course.
What's going on here? What's this about?
Okay, we have a complete new design. So we produce a whole new simulator for this Formula 1 chassis. Yeah, we have in the peak 600 kilograms of brake force, because we use two of these STL 100 actuators, and they have each 300 kilograms on power. So we have this feeling on your chest, maybe like a Formula 1 car. If you brake, if you hit the brake, the whole chassis moves to the front, but you sit on the same place. So the seat belt is a brilliant thing on this whole simulator. Yeah, the VR makes this thing complete, but it's the motion setup, yes. And that's the other new product. We have the classic simulator. It's cool stuff to see, especially old people say, okay, I can identify the simulator with me, with my car. That's new, yeah, but the big thing is the Formula 1
awesome
prototype, yeah.
And you've got the VR headset with that as well. But
Yeah.
an Actor Racer, you mostly do ginormous motion simulators for a lot of it for like centres and experiences.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Our core is to bring the people to the real racetrack and make it better on the real racetrack. But yes, we have this center concept. We have around about 40 centers on worldwide now. On Tenerife is a new center, brilliant. So if you make holidays, you can drive sim racing.
And obviously people are going to be asking in the comment section, how much would this rig set them back?
If you buy the price,
the whole thing complete.
Around about price, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a production time. It's a prototype. We talk about 250,000 euros.
Yes. Okay.
Complete. Yeah. Yeah. It's a technique, of course, but it's a produce time we had in the past. It's about over 1 year to produce everything. Yeah.
So guys, if you do see this and you inquire with Actor Racer and you find out about it from this video, make sure you let them know that Gamer Muscle sent them so they can send me some tea bags.
Yep, please.
But yeah, no, 250. So it's obviously not. Yeah. It's not for your sort of home simulator. It's a full-on centre experience.
It is not for sale at the moment, of course.
Yeah.
It is still a prototype. We have some things we can change, but the whole product is it's a thread expo day, and it still runs very well. And we don't lose everything. So for a prototype, it's really good. Yes.
Yeah, and it obviously has four motion, seatbelt tensioners, surge. You got everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much for taking the time to introduce me to that. We'll see you guys around. But Actor Racer guys, they've got the kit, they've got the motion, and they also have an orange carpet. It seems like this is the orange carpet part of SimRacing Expo. Oh boy, the SimRacing Expo has just got so big, it's nigh impossible to get through this in under a few hours. Hello, we'll catch you later. Hopefully we'll see you. Yeah. And so there's the store. We're back through the middle here. We're not even at the halfway point, but we'll power through this, guys. I tell you what, let's sneakily, we'll do Simucube later. Actually, no, let's do it now. There's not too much at Simucube. It's an absolutely fantastic booth. They do have on display their active pedals. They do have their new pedals, which are the newest, the passive pedals that you can use with the active pedals. They also then have their new Simucube. Let's go around this way here. New Simucube wheelbases, where they're basically trying to do like the Rolex watch of wheelbases. Now I would say we've got a Simucube guy here, so we're gonna have to be careful. We have to be careful with what. Okay, we have to be careful with what we say here. I would say so. Obviously, you guys are going for like super premium. You know, you go for the absolute top end, and I think there's a reputation is that when people buy stuff, it's super solid. Having had a go on it, I do like. To me, it seems like it's not like an utter revolution, and I kind of feel like it's a fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it, but I kind of feel like SimRacing hardware has really like reached the absolute top of where it can go. So you've got the active pedals, you've got this wheelbase. What would be your after this wheelbase? I don't know what you could do to really move force feedback any further. Really, what would be your thing that you think would be the next?
That's like a very good question to ask. For real, like because of course I would say that the last like real ultimate revolution was the active pedal. Like if we think sim racing wise, that what has been new, like totally new, I would say the active pedal is that one. But of course we try to improve. We try to improve the feeling for the people. I think Simucube 3 answers very well on that because, for example, the road texture boost effect we have. Many people who have driven iRacing before, and when they tried with Simucube 3, they say that iRacing gives this much feedback to the road, and they are all amazed on that. But like regarding new stuff, that's a very hard question, and I would like to hear from community that what are you thinking that will be next to be made? Like, of course, I think haptics are a big thing. Like people are wanting more immersion, all of that, but like.
I would say from Simucube, I think the most promising force feedback haptic component would be seatbelt tensioner, would be a logical thing for you guys to get into.
Yeah, I think that's been asked a lot, and we of course try to listen to people, but yeah, at this point there's nothing to be at least like published, but you know, of course, we see you, we hear you, we try to listen to community also the best we can, and that's how we, for example, made the passive throttle then, because everybody was saying you are not getting 2 active pedals because that's 5,000 euros. I get it, and that's when we made like passive throttle to accommodate that.
I know what I'd like you to do. With the active pedal, I'd like you to do the software on that so that you can use it as a flight sim rudder pedal with 2 active pedals and easily switch. So that'd be more software, I think. Also, I would say with the Simucube wheelbase, I mean, I think the Simucube 2 wheelbase was already like more than what anyone needs. I think there's stuff on the software side where there's probably more telemetry-based adjustment. So you do have a yaw setting, like it's like this sort of seat of the pants setting, which is great. But I think having more options that those kind of forces rather than smoothing or interpolation and damping. So I would like to see more of that on the software side.
Yeah, totally. And I think that's also because we also try to work together with the game studios, of course, to get like more data, because it's not always easy to get the data from the game, because it's well, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a coder, I don't know fully how it works, but I know that like the closer we get to work also with game studios helps us to bring more also to the community through our software, because those are usually behind locked doors in a sense, so we also want to improve on that.
Okay, awesome, fantastic. I don't want to take up too much of your time because we're doing a tour. I'm running out of battery and I'm running out of space, and it's already taken me, I think, 2 hours to get to this point, and we're running out of time.
Of course, no worries. You take care, and if you have any questions regarding Simucube, please feel free and drop on a wheel.
Thanks for taking the time, and I'll see you later, hopefully.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Enjoy your day.
So yeah, the wheelbase is the big thing. They do have a new wheel rim as well, actually. There you go. You can see a quick close-up of their wheel rim. A really nice wheel rim, very high-end stuff. And also, in the booth, actually, whilst we're here, we have, you might know these guys, it's the logo. It's an Eau Rouge shirt. How you doing?
I'm fine, you?
Good, yeah. And the other Eau Rouge guy over here.
Hi, James, you're right.
From Belgium.
Yes.
Are you still based in Spa?
No, it's older.
So it's older.
Track.
Sorry, so I knew it was a racetrack somewhere.
Somewhere in funky racetrack in Belgium.
Yeah.
We have 55.
What are you bringing here, or what's your thing that you're showing off the most that's maybe new, or yourself?
Yeah. No. So we're displaying the rigs here with the Simucube 3. Of course, we have the active pedals on, but here we're integrating the Simucube 3 with all the nice bits and pieces. So it's adding that just more realism to our setups.
Yeah, so like for those of you that don't know, Eau Rouge basically a equipment seller, where they put everything together. They do really nice custom sim rigs, and this rig here is their LMP2 rig with the driver offset, and they've set up the motion so that it all makes sense with the driver offset. And it's the type of company that you have like race drivers a lot of the time, or people that just come to you that they want a very high-end home simulator that's like, they're not going to be cheap, but they're not on the, you're not talking millions of pounds, and then you basically do turnkey high-end solutions.
Yeah, what we do in fact is build training tools. You experience one yourself. It's all about selecting the right components and then dialing them in the correct way. So looking for that realism, and it's all pushing that together, and it's the race background we all have that makes a difference with the other simulators.
Yeah, I think a lot of sim racers aren't necessarily aware, but obviously well, you are. If you're a hardcore sim racer, you probably are aware of how important the settings on your wheel, or just a game, field of view, all of it, motion rigs, and it can end up being an absolute mountain of settings and options, and very easy to ruin stuff with one wrong setting. So you apply your real-world experience to then get that into
Yeah,
simulator.
when we do a pedal setup, for instance, with guys like Dries van Toor and all these WRT drivers, it takes us between 2 to 4 hours to get a proper setup in one pedal. Like, you know, it's all different kinds of bits and pieces that we're looking at. And connecting all those things together makes this simulator different from other ones.
Awesome, fantastic. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us. Cheers. And I do really like your rigs. I especially like this LMP2. And
watch out, there is a new one coming next year.
Okay.
From January, I think it will be ready, and it will push a bit more in performance, but it will be a lot more interesting for people that hate cable management and like clean rigs.
Will we see you at Sim Formula Europe?
As a visitor, for sure. Perhaps as an exhibitor as well.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much for taking the time to see you. There you go. So we have the Simucube wheel, Simucube wheel rim, Eau Rouge Monster LMP2 setup, and we're now at the Fanatec booth. So, Fanatec have this weird zoo thing going on there. We've done some recording here. They're showing off the rally, the new Assetto Corsa Rally, not developed by Kunos. It's in partnership with Kunos as a technical partner. We have a Marco and a David there, and the rally guys. We're just in the zoo, so I try and but yeah, this is the Fanatec recording booth. Which is a nice little area for streamers to do content on. We've done some interviews in here. It's a bit strange though, definitely does feel a bit weird. And in terms of Fanatec though, what have Fanatec have the Duna corner, the Fanatec Duna corner here. Can we have a Duna review? So I'll go to you. What's the quality of the Duna, Mesa Duna quality?
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very
tasty. It's very tasty.
It's okay. So, yeah, okay. Duna review. That's how much out of 10?
Sorry?
How many out of 10?
Out
score?
of 10? A 9.
And well, that's a high-end Duna. So Fanatec have their Mark Puck designed rigs here, over there with the triple screen. Hello, we have Assetto Corsa Rally people here as well. I'm getting really confused on this because it's Kunos technology, it's a technical partnership that's published by 505 and it's Supernova that are actually doing the rally game development.
Yeah.
Maybe you could tell us what your actual involvement on it is.
Yeah, so I'm the senior games designer. So I've been doing a lot of like the game design documentation. The majority of that was kind of already set up by the time that I joined in the beginning of 2023. So I've been working on that stuff, but also getting a bit more hands-on with gameplay related stuff. So things like the pace notes, replay cameras, a lot of the rally dressing in and around the environment, so like the crowd placement, where the tapes are, all the signs and that sort of thing is stuff that I've been putting into the levels, and of course giving feedback on the game, making sure that the overall game design is going in the right direction. Myself and the boss, the lead game designer Federico, obviously working on the UI, features, game modes and functionality, all that stuff.
I have to say though, after playing it, there was a severe lack of bold spectators.
Bold spectators?
Yeah.
The majority of them, yeah, do have hair.
Yeah. So that's a disappointment. But the grass is very good. Did you push for high quality grass and trees in this game?
Not me personally. Obviously the other guys did though, and it's it's nice to see that we got some cool effects with them. You probably noticed in some of the replay cameras, the grass moves as a car goes past. It's a bit of a wash.
Actually, one thing I did notice as well, which I thought was cool, and I think I get the impression you were a Richard Burns rally fan.
Yep.
And I've been calling for this in videos for decades. The people walking onto the track and running off the track, and then sometimes animals running across the track, maybe?
No animals. No, we do have people. So we got a a few different varieties of the moving spectators. We've got those who are on the track beforehand as the car approaches and then moves and run out the way. We've got a couple of variations where some are like photographers, some are there with their mobile phones, both landscape and portrait, and those who are just like there, just like encouraging the car to push on. And then we've got a crowd who will run onto the circuit after the car has passed. We haven't actually put any of those in as of yet, but they'll be in there with early access.
With the Group B cars that you got in there, you'll have the ability to take spectators' fingers off, and then at the end of the stage you have to remove them from the front of the car for authenticity.
You'll be getting reset an awful lot if you do that, yeah.
Yeah, it's got you have the classic rally accidentally driving into a spectator and the screen goes, you're like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, I think you're not got animals, but they don't want to endorse animal cruelty. Nope. But pigeons, Richard Burns Rally does have pigeons you can hit.
It does, but we have no plans for
No
that.
plans for that, just spectators. You can run into cameramen. Or can you? You can't hit them though.
You will respawn before you hit them.
Okay.
The collision's very, very close.
Okay, awesome. So we have a very disappointing looking popometer.
So we've got Kunos and Supernova.
Yeah. Look at the division. This is, if you want to know, if you really want proof that they're two separate companies, you can see the division there. There's actually a wall. They're not like, if they touch, don't let the streams touch. The companies explode. And then, but what would happen? Like, there were rumours a while back that people wanted some rally driving in Evo, right? Because obviously the Eifel region has so many rally. Well, not rally tracks, but there is a lot of rally that goes on, especially like Clubman Rally and off-road bits of track there. So, is there a possibility that they could end up with also being rally in Evo, or at least off-road in Evo?
I have no clue.
He does, but he wouldn't be allowed to say if he does. But I guess if they did, then you still got the technical partnership, so you could. There's a cross. No, anyone talk. No.
I see Marco coming there. He's going to pull your ear.
Oh, not again. Oh, no, the fear. I have to say, actually, I did try the latest build of Evo. And actually, I tried it on the IMSIM rig, and I'm not sure if it's because their rig was so nice with the motion and everything, and I was just bamboozled. But I did like a whole lap of the Nordschleife in the F2004, and it just felt natural. Yeah. I also did the Porsche Cup around the Nordschleife on another track, and there wasn't something that immediately made me go, oh yeah, this is terrible, like I thought of the previous version. It didn't have like an uncatchable thing from overdriving how badly I did.
And it turns.
Yeah. So I've not tried it on a static rig, but I'm worried that I might have to be positive about Assetto Corsa and Evo again. This is
no, you shouldn't be probably. I mean, the things we changed. I told you yesterday already. With the dumping doing a big thing, with how the cars rotate now is a big thing. Tire weight is something that we adjusted. That's a big thing, preventing the car from locking up too early, which was a problem on the Cup actually. But yeah, I'm taking away their time. So.
Okay, that's all right. I'm just doing a tour video and just picking stuff up, but.
I'll just leave.
Go away. Guys, if you want to subscribe to Miserable German Sim Racing channel, but you do like sort of critical stuff as well, just talking about things and complaining.
Yeah, I did the whole ranting part until I joined the team here. So
now you can't rant. Now all his videos have to be, this is all really quite good. I can't see any problems with anything.
That's why there are no videos.
Okay. Well, we could turn it into. You could go to the other expo that's taking place in Dortmund, do a video on that.
In Charlotte.
Sorry?
In Charlotte.
The expo that's for adult entertainment.
Oh, yeah. No, I go for the Gemstone one that's also happening at the same time.
Okay, so he's turned down the real German one for the Gemstone. I didn't even know about that.
There's a Gemstone exhibition where you can learn about the perfect stone for your misery.
Okay, thank you for that. Well, I'll catch you later. It's nice to see you again. We were saying, before we were rudely interrupted by that bloody annoying Niels Nyhox. Yeah, so with the rally stuff, it's coming out soon.
Yes,
you're saying?
November the 13th.
Yeah, that's
early access. Day one early access. Yeah.
3 days after my birthday. You could have done it on the 10th.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise.
The world doesn't revolve around me. I can't believe.
Belated birthday present. There you go.
Okay, awesome. Guys, you have to check it out. Nice to talk with you.
And you.
I don't want to be rude ending this interview, but I'm running out of space and battery, so I'm having to...
That's fine. I've got to go off elsewhere. I've got an appointment myself as well. So.
Okay, but remember this guy's face. Where would people know you if you do other stuff as well outside of...
Of course, yeah. Got my own SimRacing YouTube channel, Yorkie 065. Go check it out. Doing a lot of Le Mans Ultimate and was doing some Asetek Corsa competition and stuff in the past, but yeah, featuring Asetek Corsa Rally on there as well. So
I think that's the thing, is you have to realise with like Asetek Corsa Rally and a lot of these hardcore sims, they're being developed by us sad, pathetic sim racers that have been doing sim racing for a long time now.
If it's not depressing enough already, we need to turn it into our day jobs. So yeah, endless misery.
Thank you very much for chatting. Really
You're welcome. Cheers. Take care.
Bit of Yorkie and Asetek Corsa Rally action. Look at this, the choice. What's that, a biscuit?
Some white chocolate cookie or so.
And a Vasa. Okay, right, take care. So Fanatec booth. Oh, we missed the pedals. We missed the Fanatec booth pedals. Get back here. Fanatec. They've got new pedals from Fanatec. These are their new podium pedals. They've got a new brake pedal with massive adjustable rings on it. It's obviously they're going for this is their sort of high end, the highest end of what you can get from Fanatec now. A lot of people asking for Fanatec to do this sort of thing for a long time. What I really like with these, actually, look at those pedal faces. To me, I'm surprised that more companies haven't done mental pedal faces like that. And we used to put like an extended pedal face on our pedals at home, just to make it easier to feel where your foot is on the pedal. It seems like a small thing, but the pedal face on this actually will make quite a big difference to the experience of driving and using your pedals. Got the throttle and the brake there, just ridiculous. Obviously high-end stuff from Fanatec that they've finally managed to get to market. A very, very crowded market now, but at least these look different, I think, as well. Pedal faces, but also the chunkiness of them is quite interesting. Separate to the pedals, they also announced their new podium DD wheelbase, so they'll be taking their technology they had in the, I think it was I can't remember the brand off the top of my head. Their previous one, the PlayStation supporting 12, 15 Newton meter wheelbases, taking that, moving it up to higher power and even more detail. So Fanatec dropping some high-end equipment there. Good for those of you that are already in the Fanatec ecosystem. Maybe you're on one of the weaker wheelbases and you want a stronger wheelbase. And I'd say also especially good for those of you that have the pedals already, like the Club Sport load cell, I think they are, CSL load cell pedals, these pedals here. If you wanted to upgrade from these but still have them plug into your Fanatec wheelbase and be able to adjust settings from the Fanatec wheelbase, it'd be really easy for you to then upgrade. So it's a good upgrade path, as I say. I actually really like. The thing is, you do not need the super high-end pedals. Those basic pedals will do the job, but you know, maybe you want to go absolutely insane and throw money at your sim racing, and so you've got that as an option. But the Fanatec booth, most of it is that they've got a really good number of rigs set up here as an opportunity for you to then be able to actually try their equipment on a whole bunch of simulators. So they've got the F1 game, they've got iRacing with the F3 car there, they've got AC, they've got Evo, they've got Asetek Corsa Rally, they've got Gran Turismo. So it's really nice with Fanatec and SimRacing Expo in general that you can come here and you'll get a good opportunity to actually try stuff. Today is a lot less busy than it was on Saturday and Friday. So here we go. We've got a nice desk set up here. You can see that you can start with a desk before you ruin your life with a sim rig. They've got the wheel clamp. He's playing some ACC there. And there you go. Fanatec booth. really good booth to try stuff out, but I would say come on a Sunday if you want to try things out. I would not recommend coming here on the Friday or Saturday. It was absolutely mentally packed with people. So that's Fanatec down as we try and find the bold head. There we go. Gimbal camera. Work with me, please. Now we have a company that I absolutely love the people that work here, and I love their rigs and what they've done with these rigs. This is ImSim. Let me show you what's going on here. We got separate videos on these rigs because they're absolutely phenomenal. We have the ImSim Gara rig here, which we've covered before, so we won't go too in depth here. But these are really nice rigs set up mostly for events and for like arcades. It's got like a QR code reader. We got a legend from ImSim who does a lot of the design work. We've got a Tiago. And this guy is an absolute legend of design. I think you should have more recognition. Can you introduce yourself quickly?
Hi, I'm George from ImSim.
So that needs to be like a remix. Hi, say again.
Hi, I'm George from ImSim.
It's like, hi, I'm Giorgio. I'm Giorgio. But these guys do awesome sim rigs here. There's their original motion rig with the pivot point on it, rear actuation. We've covered this on the channel. Check out our ImSim rig reviews. Their booth gets bigger every year. Their booth gets bigger. What they're showing off here though that's new, all right? What they're showing off here that's new is this mega Gara rig, and this we got videos on. We tried this out. It's phenomenal. Surge, heave, motion, active pedals, butt kickers, seatbelt tensioner, Portuguese people filming. Hang on, Niels Nyox is again here. He just wants to be on camera all the time. Mega triple screen going on, and seatbelt tensioners. Did I say that already? Probably did, but absolutely, for me, this was one of the most fun rigs to go on at the Expo. But they've been running Assetto Corsa Rally and Assetto Corsa Evo on that. Really good stuff. We've got Hugo down there, just waving at us, he's the CEO. And that is ImSim, guys. Really love what they do. Look how proud they are, though. They've got this huge booth, and it's mostly just nice space. They're like, oh, we've got 3 rigs, and the rest is just carpet. They've gone for grey carpet, though, not orange. But that is confidence when you can get a booth that takes up a quarter of the Expo, and you only have 3 rigs. Though that mega Gara rig will cost you the price of 50 normal size rigs, so kind of makes sense. But absolutely fantastic from ImSim. We're back by Thermaltake, and we're back down this side as we speed through here. SimLab, of course, SimLab have their new Mega Power DD wheelbase. I'll give you a quick view of this. Super high torque, super high power, still in development a bit, not completely finished off, but this will give you muscles. People start driving on this as a skinny person, and after 20 minutes they're Arnold Schwarzenegger, because I think it's 26 Newton meters, might even be more than that.
39 as well.
39 Newton meters, so yeah, if you want to work out, you could crank it up. Maybe you could tell us, outside of obviously the strength, but most people probably aren't going to be running it for that strength to push against, what's the main advantage of having such a high strength wheelbase capacity?
Yeah, you get more, you can get more feedback, you don't get any clipping. So the feeling what you get, is at the end of the line you get more feeling, more text from the road, more force feedback, and that's why you want to have a bigger base for the overhead. That's it basically.
More overhead, and does it affect the lighter, like the initial forces? Like when you're on the lighter side of things, do you get more punchy and direct force feedback?
It shouldn't be.
Okay.
The force feedback should be the same. If it's higher or lower, only the force is it. But the texture, what you can get from the road, that sort of stuff should be the same.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, there you go. New SimLab wheels, still in development, still being worked on. Interestingly, actually, the power supply is actually on the back of the wheelbase. So that could be a massive advantage for people looking to reduce the number of cables, wanting to keep their rig minimal. And obviously, like, having the strength there could be a really big thing for a lot of people. But I actually think having the power supply built into the wheelbase is a really big factor of this. It will really, really help. And then we've also got the quick release here, which they've designed it especially so that the side that's on your wheel is not going to be too expensive. So the expensive part is on the wheelbase. Once you've got the wheel side and you've got other wheel rims, you're not going to be ending to spend a fortune on more quick releases. And well, that's SimLab, but look at the corner. Who's this? Who's this? Oh no. So Michi Hoyer, how's it going, man?
It's good. It's amazing. It's like can't wait for another free weekend, but like no, it's buzzing. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
What is the Michi Hoyer Esports legendary pick of SimRacing Expo 2025?
Legendary.
No, but what's your pick? Your top pick?
My top pick. I have to split it up into two, apparently. So one is over there, the Gravitone, the one that's simulating the G-forces on your head. With the ligaments on the helmet, there's one. And the other one is Varro Motion. They're here with like a 60 OF motion system. It's like super accurate, made me saving spins on iRacing that I would never save at home without the motion system. So I think those are my two highlights so far.
And the low light, apart from meeting me again?
The low light, apart from meeting you again? I think there is no real low light, is
Oh,
it?
he's not been controversial. I got Jardier to point something negative out, so you can point something.
Yes, there is something. That stupid actor racer with that Formula sound.
Oh, the Formula sound.
Blasting the entire hall is so unnecessary.
So on one side, for spectators, it's great having like nice sounds of cars starting up, but so when you're here all the time or you're trying to make videos, so just for us basically, you might be doing an interview and you're like, oh.
Yeah, you're like, maybe we just like cut it in half and stop for 3 minutes because that stupid loud car is going. But yeah, I think that is the low light.
Awesome. I mean, great to bump into you. Of course, again, SimRacing Expo, a place to meet legends of sim racing. I will catch you in a bit.
Sure.
We're ploughing through the Expo for this tour.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be 10 hours long.
No.
And my battery's dying. My memory card's filling up. So I'll catch you in a bit.
Sure.
All right.
See ya.
See you in a bit.
Enjoy.
Right, guys, we now have the RevoSim. We've covered this as well, so we're not going to go too much in depth here, but RevoSim, they've got new wheelbases that are console, PC support, PlayStation, Xbox, and you also, of course, RevoSim, Nakon, same company's doing Rensport, publishing on the console, so nice to have the ability to do that, nice to have more affordable direct drive wheels again on the market. The price is ever reducing, but also I think for a lot of people it's nice to have more equipment that's also on the consoles. So there's a lot of people that go from console to PC, but it's nice to know if you buy a console wheel, pretty much all console wheels also work on PC as well. So if you buy your console wheel, you're good. And this guy here is a legend. Just say hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
You might know him from YouTube. What was your YouTube channel?
Alex VII.
And you're still doing that YouTube content?
I am indeed.
You're still doing, yeah.
We need to collab. What's up?
Yeah, we will do. He's the Nakon boss man here. He's at all the expos, giving out all the details. And I've never seen you tired. You're always energized.
I don't know how.
Look how fresh he looks. It's ridiculous. Day 3, and he's been out in the evening.
You know, it's Red Bull.
Red Bull.
It's just Red Bull.
Okay.
It's just Red Bull.
Anything particularly on this booth that's showing off that's absolutely new? We just said about the new wheels.
Okay. So we have the upcoming handbrake, shifter, and clutch pedal to go later this year. So we have it on the booth here. As you can see, we have the handbrake, shifter, sequential, and E-shifter, hybrid, 8-speed. We actually have an event at SimRacing Expo where we have our gloves, which we do sell as well. But if someone gets a time of 150 or less, you get the gloves. And I think maybe you could do it. You're a big rally fan.
I've already got a pair of the gloves though, so maybe I'll get a spare pair to give away.
Exactly. We also have here our Rensport, which is another game coming next year from the Con Racing. Here's WC Generations, and on the far left side we have our wheel RevoSim on iRacing using the D-Box as well. So D-Box on WC, D-Box on iRacing, and then Rensport over here in the middle.
Awesome.
That's it here.
Thank you for that quick rundown there. So we've already done quite a few videos on these wheels, so I'm not going too much in depth on this, but we're doing the whole tour. But it's nice to see you.
You as well.
I've seen you like 5 times this year, I think. We're going to keep bumping into each other.
We'll be 10 next year.
Yeah. Okay. Nice to see you. Take care. Keep the energy levels up.
I try.
Right, Knack on there, legend YouTuber. I don't know how he is always so energised. I've never seen him not look tired, and I can tell you, if you're running a booth, especially doing demos with equipment, constantly doing the same thing over and over again, setting people up, get your wheel, are you set up, how to start the car, do you know how to use it? It's actually insane for them to not lose their sanity very quickly. I could not do that job. Here we have Axis Sim, driving the future of simulation. We have, these are like nice polished rigs that will be obviously used for venues that do simulation. That's what we're getting to here, guys. But you know, you want a nice tidy rim without a rim, wheel, base. You want a nice tidy solution without cables everywhere. So there's just like there's just one power cable and one USB cable coming off this rig, and then everything's hidden away. So you're not going to get people getting squashed by the sim rig. This is obviously using D-Box 5 actuators there though, but all nice and tidy, all minimal, and just a nice polished solution. They've got the buttons there where you can push them to just move the chair forwards and backwards, which is pretty cool solution. There you go, he's going to move the pedals forwards, and he's now comfortable. And they've got a set of Corsa with the Porsche RSR. Let's evaluate his driving and see if we can put him off. So he's going round into the final corner, onto the start-finish line straight. Will he hit the brake point? Will he make T1? Will he take it cleanly? He's going full power here, up the hill and into T1. He's going to 350. He's on the brakes, and oh no, he's missed T1. It's a classic move at Red Bull Ring, but he gets to experience the joy of the D-Box system there. Nice driving into the countryside. But Axim there, again, these are probably not budget rigs. These will be very expensive, probably not something you will have at your home. Let's go across here. On the left we have the FIA in the house, official supplier. This is a D-Box booth. Well, it's a mixture of D-Box Motion, Advanced Sim Racing, got Simucube on there, curved OLED triple screen. Look at these monitors, guys. Absolutely ridiculous OLED gaming monitors. The contrast absolutely fantastic. Look at that bloom off the bonnet there. Super spectacular. So he's all over the place, but this also has the deck there, so you've got heave, yaw, no roll. Well, a little bit of roll, but it's mostly pitch, so it'll get you the immersive experience. Let's go round to the D-Box here. So we have a D-Box booth with them showing off weights on top of the D-Box 5 system. That's how, look at that, look at it bouncing. So you should get the same response regardless of how fat you are. That's what this is. I think the one on the left is me, probably lighter than me, but there you go. You see the response of it. Doesn't matter if you're skinny or a fatty, D-Box will operate. You'll have this expression on your face. I'm not sure if he's sim racing or doing something else, or he's just had too much to drink. But that's a nice little demo of the technology. We've got an IMSIG rig here, showing off the motion. But D-Box there. Obviously, D-Box are famous for doing a lot of motion actuators, but they've also done cinema, seats, a whole bunch of stuff. It's they were one of the early motion producers in the space for motion simulation. Now, here we have something a bit interesting. We got here a rather strange contraption, and you might have seen these if you're familiar with some aspects of Formula One simulation. We have here this rig. What they do is you have a helmet that's then attached to motors. I believe it's driven by sort of direct drive motors, and then your helmet is attached via a string, and these pull on your head left, right, forwards and backwards, and up and down, and this allows you to basically get a sensation of G-force and load. And obviously, because these strings are attached directly to your head has the mass of your head, so you get very low latency and very low inertia response. So if your goal was to get as close to sort of G-force simulation as possible, this is probably going to be the closest you get to it. And if you've ever been in a real race car, one of the things you'll find is that your head is obviously, your neck is holding your head up and your head is quite heavy. So G-forces on your head are one of the big things that you experience and feel G-forces from. So having a rig that is applying the motion directly to your head is going to allow you to simulate that experience of your neck feeling like it's falling off. But it's not just about that, the power of it, it's also about actually detail, as I say, and what your inner ear would potentially pick up, but also what your neck is picking up relative to your body. So you will get absolutely insane detail from this. The downside is it looks like a medieval torture device. And also, if one of the motors decided to go totally haywire, it's possible that your head could be launched into the ceiling. But I'm sure they have safety features there. That's Swolio getting into it there, and that's sadly he's had to retire from motorsport because his neck is now broken. But you could share Swolio's headset and have some Swolio sweat on your face. But this is a great way to get rid of YouTube competition. Put them in this rig and break their neck. But awesome there. Really great. What I like with this sort of stuff is that this is absolutely mental and totally off the wall. Aris as well is also involved with this project. So, you know, if Aris is involved in it, it's definitely going to be totally insane. We've got the VR view of what's going on. So he's driving in the wet there with this setup and getting into it. So there you go, guys. Absolute insanity motion rig there with Swolio and his broken neck. Here we have a gorgeous Lamborghini in its camo colour. Superb, absolutely superb. Look at that. I really like that. Like, to me, that sort of military green on a race car looks amazing. And that leads nicely to Project Motor Racing here, where we have a Le Mans, I'm going to get the year wrong, is it like 2002? Yeah, 2002 winning Le Mans car. I mean, bloody beautiful. Of course, what would SimRacing Expo be without a JCB modest tractor? This is because we actually have a bit of a sneaky farm sim corner here, which is very sadly, it's quite funny. At Gamescom, everyone would be playing farm sim and there'd be no interest in the racing simulators, or less interest in the racing simulators. But at SimRacing Expo, the poor neglected farm sim, I feel a bit sad for it. And actually, I appreciate the green carpet, which is almost as good as grass. I need to replace my carpet in my house for this. But yeah, you have the farm sim that's neglected. And then over here, you have Project Motor Racing on the screen with an amazing streamer. Sorry. How you finding it? You good? You having fun commentating?
Yes, totally. I love it.
So I've ruined their presentation. I just come straight in. They're just trying to present there. Awesome German streamer there. Look at that. So you can come here and you can get on the stage here. They've got multiplayer races happening, and you can get in there. And they're throwing hats off. This is a giant software thing where they throw hats at people. See if we can get the cap on my head. Here we go. Almost. I'll give it to one of you guys. You ready? Here we go. You guys ready? There we go. Cap for the crowd there. So you can queue up, you can have a go, you can try the latest version of Project Motor Racing. Awesome stuff there. We have a video on Project Motor Racing. We also did an interview with Ben Collins, who you might know as the Stig and real world test driver. So look out for that in our other content. Here we have a huge Thrustmaster booth here. Absolutely ginormous Thrustmaster booth with all their new wheels on display. They've got their DD, their cheaper DD wheel, which is quite interesting. This wheel has the motor arranged in a different orientation to what you have with other DD wheels, so that's why it can be so narrow, and that also gets you really high detail at lower powers, and that can be really quite nice, especially if you're using a direct drive wheel on a desk. They also have their Thrustmaster pedals on the floor and a lot of computers there for you to be able to test everything out and give it a go. Also, they have the gamepad set up, so you can try it with the gamepad and then compare it to a steering wheel, which is nice to see. Let's sneak through here, see if we can find anything secret going on in the Thrustmaster booth. We've got a nice play seat there. It's doing a bit of dirt rally. We've got they'll have a filming area in here. This is normally used for media. We're just going to sneak in quickly. So it's like a little private testing room. I think they've opened it up to more people, but you can jump on and try that.
This is the latest,
okay.
But it's not a full new wheelbase. It's more like a V2 of the T818.
Okay.
Basically, what we have done is we fixed all the reliability issues we had with T818 V1, such as disconnection issues or motor grip issues. So we wanted to provide T818 again on the market by fixing all the issues, because we believe that the motor is great and with a sharp force feedback effect. We have also provided more force feedback control, such as boost, inertia coming from the T598, because we learned that some of the users prefer to have more control in force feedback, even if our Spirit was having a very sharp and very demanding force feedback. So we added it here. Also, we have lowered the price from €649 to €599 to stay competitive on the market. And at the end, we now include the black livery instead of the dark blue, because people prefer basically black than the dark blue.
And in terms of wheel compatibility and support, though, this uses the same quick release, so people that have already bought wheels can just use that.
Yeah, definitely. This is the same quick release since the T818 in 2022. So most of our wheels are compatible now. Either we quick release adapter on the new wheel, are all with the new quick release system, like the Hypercar here, for example. We have also new rims, which are prototype for now, but for example, this one, which is the new rim for the Evo Racing Hub system. So this one is still prototype, and we are collecting feedback here to see if people like that one, or also the other prototype that we have. Which is here with a different texture of leather here, a new shape, but still based on the same Evo Racing Hub. So these are the two new rims here.
Awesome. So Thrustmaster, new wheelbase, new wheel rims, and what's the pricing actually of those wheel rims? What pricing do you think they'll be?
We don't have price yet because for now it's at the prototype stage. So depending on the user feedback here, we'll see how we can move forward with the production stuff.
And but the wheelbase which is available, how much will that set people back?
So €599 now will be available before end of this year for the black edition. We will also launch two new packs for the 818, one including the 488 GT3 racing wheel and the pedal set, which will cost €899, and one for US with the round Evo racing range.
Awesome, thank you very much for that quick rundown, really appreciate it. I'll see you soon, probably either later or at another event, so take care. There you go, look at that Thrustmaster showing off with their booth. Here's a little business area, again another little secret. Don't know what's going on there, no hanky, but look at this night, look at this, is this real? If this is a plastic plant, it's very high quality. I don't think it is real. Real or fake? Answer in the comments. I think it is fake, but it's very good. I need one of these for my basement. If this is fake, that's incredibly authentic. Thrustmaster, forget their DD wheelbases, forget their wheel rims. Thrustmaster have the most authentic simulated shrubbery in all of sim racing. Emotion. Get the tractor out, guys. Let's take the shrub with us. Okay. Moving on from that Thrustmaster booth, we're now going. Oh, there's a Rogue Broadbent.
Where are the muscles? Where's these muscles at, mate?
No, it's all a fraud. It's a lie. Jimmy, you look so invigorated right now.
Mate, I mean, I made the mistake of visiting the DJ Maker guys after hours, and those guys they go hard. I don't. I'm too old for that stuff. So.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great because I'm walking around in chase cam. I can see from behind myself. Chase cam, Steve.
I think
you virtual mirror on as well.
Virtual mirror.
What's your? I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this, but the wildlife murdering that occurred on the Nordschleife. What happened there?
I've been killing animals.
Well, I was watching the onboard of your M2, and I think it was you that was driving, and I think a bird met its final moments on the.
You probably wouldn't even notice, to be honest.
Well, the bird did. Well, maybe it didn't.
Well, no, probably not.
Hopefully the bird didn't know anything about it.
There is just like wildlife there, and sometimes it hops out, and you don't have time to do anything, which is really sad. I mean, I don't think I've hit anything, but I don't think someone's hit a deer before. Like it's crazy out there, man.
Well, that's not going to get you out of the WWF Petter, is it? I don't know. That's it. Wow. All right. Okay. So of the Expo so far, if you've got a pick of something that you thought you particularly liked or stood out, or what
I really like the Studio Omega booth, but I really.
Oh wait, why is that doing? Okay. Oh yeah.
No, there's like this ridiculous like shifter.
The BDH force feedback shifter.
Yeah, that thing's mad. Really cool. And I'd love to. One day, I'm going to just build like a stupid sim rig, and that'll be on it.
Did you try the Insanity string helmet rig?
Yeah, I did try that. I thought, cool, it's just the end of my fucking neck.
Yeah.
But actually, it was pretty good. It needs to be toned down a little bit. It ramps up too quickly. But
did you notice that they're using like 20 Nm servo motors attached to those strings?
No, I didn't. I wish I'd noticed that before I got on. Because I'm quite lucky to be alive then. Okay, good.
And then if you're going to pick something, apart from losing to me, I know you beat me, didn't you? Did you win the Rensport thing? Or?
The worst thing to ever happen to me was I lost a game of muscle in the Rensport Creator Cup. So my career's done.
It's over.
It's been really good seeing a lot of fans and a lot of the community. The worst bit, I hated it, was when I saw Game of Muscle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just wanted to leave straight away, so see you later.
Yeah, no, see you. Right, yeah, well, nice talking to you guys. It's gone. Well, that'll do, that's enough talking to these guys. What's your YouTube channel?
It's @follow Misha Sheridan. My favourite channel. Yeah, that's my channel.
And what's your channel called?
It's the same one.
Okay, so, yes, it's good work that you're doing there, right? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Right, there you go. See you guys later. Well, there you go. That's Jimmy and Super GT. Check out Jimmy Broadbent's channel. Check out Steve. He does a lot of Gran Turismo, and they're both, of course, racing. They do a mixture of stuff, but they've got their they're doing the Nordschleifer races. They've got a BMW partnership with Bilstein and Misha Cauldron, I can't say his name, they're doing stuff with him. So check out their content, and as I say, watch their onboards. You can watch them drive into birds, which is very entertaining. Here, guys, it never ends. Here we have the Rensport booth, where we've done a bit of a Creator Cup race here, and they are also doing races all through the day with commentary, but you've had the ability here on the Rensport booth to be able to do races with Jan Mardenborough, Super GT, Daniel Morad, and then also just races they've done with general members of the public after you set a time. So really awesome way for people to get into it, to try the game. Rensport, of course, is doing a sort of, it's doing its initial console launch and releasing it's basically like a rebirth on cross-platform. And so basically, when it comes to racing sims, we're just going to have Rensport and Project Motor Racing as cross-platform sims. I think Rensport's even coming out at the end of this month. Project Motor Racing a bit after that. And then obviously Asetek Rally, I don't think that's cross-platform at launch, but I think that will be in the long run. But really nice booth. The Rensport always have their sort of container freights there set up, and they've got a nice 90s DTM car. This is peak DTM, but again, more options and opportunities for you to be able to get in and actually try and do stuff yourself, like try things out. I think that I keep saying it, but that's the really big thing with SimRacing Expo, is that you actually have an opportunity to use things and do things rather than just sort of walk around and not be able to try anything. There's enough opportunities here that if you come here, you'll be able to play with some driving sims and DD wheels. The Rensport booth actually has Moser wheels, really nice T-slot pedals, T-slot rigs with the pedals on them.
It's a 2K5. It's a little bit old.
Yeah, well, I should know that more because I'm a little bit old.
That's okay.
Well, awesome. So you've butchered this real chassis and put a Fanatec wheel rim in there and pedals, but turned it into a sim rig.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel that it's a bit criminal doing that to a real Formula One car?
No, because it's just a chassis. It's never driven.
Okay, so it's just a chassis, so don't worry guys, don't get too upset, and at least people can sit in this and then get a Formula experience and actually drive it.
Yes.
And enjoy it. Awesome. What's the name of the company?
We are Couch Masters, we are a sim league.
Okay.
You can drive with us digital and championships like
Awesome.
that.
Thank you very much for talking to us there. What was your name?
Couch Masters is
No,
our
your name.
Daniel.
Okay, thank you very much. There we go. Hello. Yeah, quickly, we're doing a quick tour video, so here we go.
DSD button box at all. I saw your video.
Okay.
Yes, I studied it, and this is our new button box over here, boxonracing.com. Real carbon plates, ignition, LED button, real nice encoders, and the main event, the brake bias knob with really clicky buttons. And if you press this 3 times, you get another page for up to 33.
Awesome.
36 buttons, yes.
Does that have its own software? Is it just plug in?
No, it's just plug and play. We don't like the additional software. Just plug and play, get everything ready.
And so you've got the electronics on there, mean that when you double push it, it's basically another, it comes up as another.
Exactly, it's in the firmware, so it's quite easy to control everything. If you triple press this, the main LED lights up, so it says like, yo, you're on the second page, and then you know, okay, I can have a different page and I can back to it.
That sounds really cool. Actually, where would people get that and what would they look for? Let's film this, try and film this.
On boxonracing.com. My name is Luis Pacas, I'm the founder. I built it myself with a small team back in Germany, south of Germany. And you can find us on boxonracing.com and message us on info@boxonracing.
Awesome, that sounds cool. I think a lot of people would be interested in that actually. How much would that button box
this
cost?
One with the mount, this one with the mount and the sticker set is 150 euros.
Okay,
so
well,
it's quite competitive price. Yes.
Yeah, that's really, especially with the, so a lot of people when you get a button box, you might think, I'll just get the button box, but actually mounting a button box is quite a difficult thing. And
the mount is actually quite an event for itself. We do have a mount, it's a 2-axis mount, so it's compared to like the RAM mount, for example, other people charge 70 euros for a roundabout. We charge 20 euros, and if it comes with a box, it's for free. So you have 2-axis mount. It looks 3D printed, but if I can stand on it and it doesn't break. So you can mount it with included hardware, or you can straight mount it to your M8 bolts on your sim rig. Yes.
Yeah. And do you also get some bread in a bag?
German bread from motorracing.com.
Awesome. Thank you very much for taking us through that. If you could send me an email, that'd be fantastic for us to check it out.
I would like to send you one over if you.
Yeah.
It lights up, so it's perfect for you.
Send me an email and we'll sort it out. But guys, check it out. Say the name of it.
Motorracing.com. Also on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So. There you go, that's just quite interesting, a good affordable button box with the mounting options there. We got some Zen Sim wheels on the table here, more Formula wheels for you to take a look at. Nice stuff there. A nice little screen. I think I'm wheel rimmed to death though, to be honest. Other than the Housinbel wheel, which hopefully we'll see in a bit. I'm a bit wheeled out. we need more innovation on the wheel rim side of things. Check this out though, guys. We have a beautiful Red Bull Formula car here, just chilling out. It's just minding its own business. They've not fired this up for some reason. You know, no starting this up, but it's just sat there. Mind its own business, allowing you to appreciate how bloody big modern Formula cars are. This is the thing, I think. You see them on the screen and you'll be like, oh, okay, Formula car. I would say, let's get a bit negative here, be critical. This is the problem with modern Formula 1 car. Look, it's larger than a bloody prototype. It is absolutely huge. Like, it's ridiculously big. Like, if you compare this car, this Formula car, to the 2007 Formula car over here, look at the difference. Just look at the difference. It's like this one will fit in your pocket, and also, in my mind, this looks a lot better. Fits in your pocket, nice obvious lines, wheels all close together, really obvious rear rim on it. Beautiful, perfection, nice front wing, oh look at that. And then you look at that and then you're like, well, that all made sense, you know. And then you get over to this and it's like, bloody hell, what's going on? We've got like a bloody aeroplane. It's just too much. Too much. We've got some traction guys here filming us and absolutely, it's just too big, guys, it's too much. Look, what is this rear wing about? I mean, I know the idea is to try and reduce the dirty air and everything, but oh dear. It is beautiful, it is impressive. I do appreciate the engineering work. As a thing in and of itself, it's amazing. But as an object for racecraft and racing, not who's fastest. If you're doing hot laps in this, bloody well done, amazing. But for racing, no, I draw the line. So I can love it and also hate it at the same time. It's called not seeing things in a binary way. Here we have, after that little rant, take a deep breath and let me just take you through Sabout from Formula One car to Formula One seatbelts. Sabout, who make seatbelts, they also do other stuff, but that's what you'll be familiar with if you know the brand Sabout. We've actually been to their factory in Turin, and we checked this rig out before they launched it, but these Sabout sim rigs are phenomenal. Really, really high quality T-slot sim rigs. This Formula seat actually, it's not the cheapest, it does cost a fair penny, but it's not insanely priced, it's on the higher end though, but the seat is super, super comfortable. It's one of the more comfortable Formula seats on the market, and in terms of their rigs as well, the Sabout rigs are just finished really nicely. I know all T-slot can kind of look the same, but the Sabout sim rigs, the finishing and the quality of the T-slot, the thickness of it, the way it's all set up is absolutely top notch. So sound like I'm shilling Sabout here, but they are genuinely really nice, well thought out rigs. I think you can, it's a company that has attention to detail, which you have to have if you do safety equipment for real race cars. Ferrari, AF Corsa, Formula One car, there's a whole load of people use Sabout safety equipment. They have 3 rigs, they have 3 chairs. Here we go. So here's the Formula seat, they've got a rally seat, and then they have a, this is their normal seat. That's the Formula seat behind it. And then they have like their GT seat. But I would say personally, if I was getting a GT seat, I wouldn't get one of these chairs. But if I was getting a Formula seat, this would really be one that's great if you wanted the Formula position, but comfortable. It's comfortable even for a bit of a fatty. So that's what they do really well. And then they also have these the seat inserts that you can mould to your bottom, like a similar to what they do for seat fittings with real Formula cars. But these are bags that you sit in, you activate them, and then they mould themselves around your buttocks, so you can get as comfortable as possible. But again, not on the cheap side, more on the sort of premium side of things. But that again is another mental booth from Sabout. Honestly guys, sim racing now is proper ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, the size of these booths and how many products and how many people are producing stuff for racing simulators. We're coming back down the middle here. We're going to move off to the side. I think we'll go right and work our way round. We're getting through there. We're now going to find ourselves a rogue Housinbel booth. Actually, before we do that, we have Synchromesh here and Novus. We'll check this out since we're walking through it. Hello. Hello. Synchromesh gloves. They've decapitated or behanded many victims. Most of the people that work at Synchromesh only have one hand. It's part of the employment rules is you have to give up a hand for their display. But these are really nice gloves. We actually have one of these at home. I prefer slightly shorter and a bit lighter.
These are shorter than what you have.
Okay, but if you're more like these ones, I think it's nice as well. It's nice actually. They've now got the more grippy ones and slightly lighter, and then they also have these which are even lighter. So they've got a range from if you want more grippy, thicker gloves, or you want lighter gloves. Synchromesh, they have the gloves that they're nice quality actually. The stitching and the finishing in them, and the grip on them is nice. So if you want a high quality glove, Synchromesh could be the option for you. And then we have Novus here. The Novus crew. Hello, how are you doing? Fist bump? Yeah, oh, okay. Okay, just fist bump there. Novus crew dancing around still every night, party night, awesome. And then we have their rig here. They're just Novus, of course, do motion platforms. They do the actual sim rig here. We've covered this before last year's tour, but it's a really sort of high-end, super solid sim rig where you can really adjust the angle of your wheel here by like tilting this, and you can unlock it, move it forwards and backwards. And then obviously this is designed to be used with high-end motion actuators, so super solid stuff. They also do their own motion actuators. There you go, you can see them driving along here. Let me give you a bit of an aerial view. So Novus, basically another one of those crazy companies that offers full turnkey solutions for people that have a lot of money and just want to get everything set up for them, not think about it. Though you could just get a Porsche Cup car, but if you can afford a Porsche Cup car, you might as well get a Porsche Cup car and a Novus racing simulator. Why not? Here we go. Total price 33,000 euros. Although SimRacing Expo special, 31,500 euros. So I'll be picking one of those up after the expo. There's a certain guy here, famous guy you might recognise. Does a bit of driving around German countryside. For some reason, I've seen his YouTube channel. It's just him driving around German countryside, the same like his driveway over and over again, just round and round. And then he doesn't even get anywhere. He keeps going back to the start. And even more weirdly, he keeps doing his driveway in other people's cars. I really don't quite understand it myself, but you know, it seems to work for him. His channel's done well, and I guess he just likes driving around in circles. So fair play to him, can't complain. I think he's also like keeping Jimmy and Steve in check, which is nice. They're very naughty, and they need a sensible person to stop them from misbehaving. We have here a rogue Housinbel booth. What's going on? Hang on, there's some like Novus Housinbel crossover occurring here, some mingling. Of course, with the Housinbel, you guys have your new wheel.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe you can give us a very quick rundown for the tour video. Yeah. Super quick rundown. We have done a video with Niels, which people can watch as a full thing, but
so steer wheel 30 seconds?
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. We didn't want to copy a Formula wheel or a GT3 wheel. We made something for sim racing. So we focus on ergonomics. It's really easy to hold. Maximum button access. You can access the rotaries pretty easily. Second thing, we want it to be lightweight to feel all the force feedback details. So it's made from composite, comes in at 1,024 grams. It's wireless, includes a battery, 60-hour battery life with LEDs on and months without LEDs. Yeah, we hope to have it on sale in a few weeks from now.
Awesome, and then of course it's quite a different design to what you see with other wheels. The design of it is really designed also for people that are playing in VR, don't have to look to feel where the buttons are, everything you can reach with your fingers. And yeah, basically guys, check out our more in-depth video and interview with Niels for that. So really nice, I think, just to have something totally different in the wheel space. You know, we don't need another GT3 wheel.
We try to innovate. So, and yeah, some people like it, some don't. But for us, the drive is incredibly comfortable, and so let's see what it does.
Awesome. Thank you for that. We'll see you guys later. Right. And then we also have on display. I mean, I'm sure you guys are really familiar with. Housinbel equipment. They're obviously legends of sim racing. They've been around for a very long time, and they've got, of course, on display their handbrakes and their their pedals over there. We use the Ultimates at home. Really good, solid accelerator, brake, clutch. You know, they're legends of the sim racing industry. But at Expo, on display here, new is very Dutch. They did have a small knob on the shifter, but now they have a large knob on the shifter. So confirmed, if you want a larger knob, you can come to Housinbel and they will get you a larger knob. That is what they're bringing at SimRacing Expo 2025. But don't really need to say that much about Housinbel. They're just absolute legends for equipment and just doing stuff solid. And also, actually, we're still at Expo. We still have this issue where companies don't bolt stuff down so you can't test it. But Housinbel bolts all their equipment to these tables, which are super solid tables, which means that you can actually give your shaft a tug and actually feel what the resistance is like without having someone hold on to it. So not only do they innovate with wheel rims and larger knobs, but they also innovate with allowing you to actually have a feel of stuff somewhat properly. Can't miss it though as well. Another thing that they're doing, which is really cool, we've had a go on this, is to demonstrate their new wheels. They have these rig set up. It's Automobilista 1 with Niels' custom physics on it. We've got an F4 car. This one I think is the GB3 car, but we've got an F4 car, GB3 and an F3 car on these rigs. GB3 and F3 are quite similar but handled slightly different. AMS1, but this is absolutely phenomenal to drive. Like, it feels so nice. The force feedback detail, it's Automobilista 1, you can just feel what you're doing, you can hold the cars to the limit. It's absolutely superb, and it's really interesting to see. AMS1 is a sim that came out in 2014 or so, and yet it's one of the better feeling sims and one of the more drivable sims that you can experience at SimRacing Expo. See, he went over the limit there, bit of counter steer, and it's happy days. He caught it, could drive it off. It's a good time. So you've got the ability to try this, and also we have a really good interview with Niels talking about the complexity of Sims. So look out for that interview on the channel if you want to see two men in the countryside blab on about sim racing for an hour. But yeah, there you go. Housinbel booth, really nice booth. You can come here, you can get some water, you can get some Coke, you can touch some pedals, you can try a new wheel rim, and you can experience really well-made cars. Before we go, worth saying as well, these vehicles are actually used by a real race team as their training cars. So that's right, a real race team is using Automobilista 1 with finely tuned cars in what is arguably a simple physics engine for an actual professional use case. So yeah, great job by Housinbel there. Time to go to the Cube Control booth here, where they have the ability for you to try changing wheels on a AMG GT3 car. This guy here, he's getting in there, he's got the wheel gun, I think he's swapped it over, or is he going for another change? Here we go, he's going for another change here. And it's off, and he's swapped over. It's a very tight fit, he's in, he's broken the sign. There you go, the wheel's on. Of course, these GT3 cars use a single bolt in the middle. You can really get an appreciation for how heavy the wheels are and how awkward it is to actually swap them over really quickly if you're in a race situation. I don't know if the bolts on the left and right of this car are in the opposite directions like they are on a Radical SR3. They're all the same colour, so I don't know, maybe there's another identifier, but that's nice to be able to mess around with real car stuff. Very sophisticated mount there to lift the car off the ground. That's called the German car box lift. Germans like to use the most modern of medieval technology for lifting vehicles. You can trust it, it creaks before it drops, whereas the metal one just fails and lands on your head. Cube controls. A lot of empty space here. Blue carpet, guys. We've got the blue carpet, that's nice to see. We have Cube Controls wheels. Very nice, more sort of GT3 formula. Some Cube Control wheel rims with a nice like suede finish on these. We have a very nice selection of wheels there. Again, you can pick them up, get your hands on them, give them a fiddle, see what you think. Do you speak English? No. No, I was going. No impromptu interview with a customer there, and we have. Is there anything new that you guys are showing off?
Tauros steering wheel.
Give us a really quick 2-minute speed rundown of
Speed rundown, amazing. I can do that really quick. So this is a car, a steering wheel that is in a real car. We are developing for the real car. We're also doing it for sim racing. This is a brand new steering wheel and a brand new design that we're going to have from our racing line. It has RGB buttons. It's going to have something really cool. This button in the middle is going to be 12 positioning colors. So you're going to have 12 profiles. We have brand new clutches that we use in real motorsport. Shifters are in motorsport. And a new software that is coming.
Talking about so.
No worries.
And what's the biggest sort of feature or change over the previous wheels? That's the sort of standout.
That is coming from the racetrack. It's from the racetrack straight to your rig.
Okay, and then what price are people looking at for this wheel?
You tell me, how much will you buy it for?
Well, I've got €5 in my back pocket, left over from coffee this morning.
Sounds like a decent price for me.
Yeah. Sorry, what sort of price are you going for?
We're going anything between 800 to 1,000. Basically, we wanted to show people what we're doing, why we've been so quiet lately, and this is one of the first products that we're going to be releasing in the future. And we just want to hear people's opinions so we can understand more or less how we can sell it for.
So that's the thing with the cube controls. I'd say you're sort of in that it's very high quality wheels, but the pricing, a lot of sim racers would say it's very expensive, but you're not in the sort of insanity pricing range. You try to keep it in the very high end of your sort of serious sim racer.
Yeah, I mean, we work in real motorsports, so we develop a lot of stuff for real cars, and we really learn how to use the best materials. And since we are been doing as well sim racing for almost 10 years now, we know how to manufacture and how to do that. So we try to always be affordable, and we try to make it even more affordable for everyone. So we start with Asetek that was released earlier this year, and we want to keep that language model.
Awesome. Well, it's nice to see them. Then what's going on with these rigs over here? You've got like this Mercedes wheel rim.
Yeah, we did with Mercedes a collaboration, and this is the 130 years anniversary steering wheel. It's made out of real wooden grips, so it's a bit fancy, a bit expensive that we did together with them. And yeah, if people want to try project motor racing, they're also more than welcome to come to our booth and try it out. And another sim is a bit of motion. We're working as well with a lot of other partners that we do sim. And yeah, we just wanted to show a little bit of something extra. And yeah, you can try Astra, you can try a bit of AC Evo, our Italian connections. So we always try to do a lot of stuff. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to chat with me there. Hopefully I'll see you around later. But that's Cube Controls with their new crazy wheel rim, and I quite like the look of I have to say the wooden handles. I'm gonna have to give that a little go and see what it feels like.
Yeah, I mean maybe in the future will come. Who knows?
Okay. Thank you very much. Cube Controls guys. Then blue carpet. We've had green. We've had orange. We've had more orange. Orange carpet winning things out. We've had grey, but Cube Controls with the blue, and then the Mercedes. Absolutely fantastic, absolutely insane equipment. Obviously £1,000 is a lot, I think, for a wheel rim, but they're going obviously for the higher end of things, but not the ludicrous end. I would quite like to see some more wheel rims in the, shall we say, sub 300 price point. PXN bringing that, but I would like to see even more people bringing cheaper wheel rims that are as high quality as possible. Here we have an American vehicle only capable of going around corners in a single direction, otherwise known as I believe it's pronounced NASCAR. Don't go over the yellow line, as they tell me in the iRacing oval lobbies, and please drive into my ass to bump draft me forwards. I have to say, this does look like an absolutely awesome vehicle, and what I do like with NASCARs actually is that they basically the bodywork is just for show for the most part. They put like these exhausts. That's a picture. It's just there to make it look like a Camaro. It's not actually, it's all fake. this the rear flap here, that's I think mostly designed to stop the car from flipping over rather than downforce, is real. But this is all fake. It's all a picture. The front lights as well, but look, we got the car. This is so American. Garrett Lowe. Maybe he'll sign it if we can find Garrett Lowe. NASCAR racing. I'm ashamed that we haven't got. We should have Matt Malone in here. It's Matt Malone in the NASCAR. Here we go. Yeah, probably it's about as American as we're getting here. I think we could do with some more American here. Maybe there'll be a SimRacing Expo in America soon. And apart from the Sim Gaming Expo, there'll be. I think SimRacing is coming to America. Don't worry, American viewers. Don't worry, it's on its way. So nice NASCAR there. NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. So booth there. BS competition. They're an esports team, also having a promotion there. But yes, some people do like to only drive around in circles. Personally, I'm more of a super speedway driver. I don't like the small ones, but I love doing the giant speedway tracks where you're not really having to use a brake pedal, you're just following people around, trying to shuffle yourself into third place to inevitably crash just before the finish line. That's my idea of fun. So if you haven't tried it, guys, I really do actually recommend doing oval racing. It really is good fun. We have here on the right the Case King booth, where they've got more chance for you to try project motor racing. Sebring with the Audi there. He's struggling to get around the track, but he's driving it on the Simucube, another Simucube 3 wheelbase. Case King, of course, are a German. I think they've got a different name in the UK. I think it's a different company that they operate under. But Case King do custom cases, PC equipment, and all like builds where you can just buy a pre-built computer. But then, of course, they also sell sim racing equipment like the Moser truck wheel. I need to get one of these. But yeah, you can buy your sim racing Mosers, Simucubes. Case King will have you covered. I'm not sure if it's Overclockers in the UK, the same brand. They have a big booth here though. They really have gone all out. I think you can do a hot lap competition on this Case King booth as well. So another opportunity to do some testing, some racing, and some competitive driving. They've also got Asetek Corsa Rally on a rig over there, where you can give your hand at the new rally game. I can't believe, genuinely cannot believe that we actually now have a new rally title. We have here, I'm going to say the name of your company wrong.
Good to see you, mate.
Good to
it's
see
the well best dressed sim racer again over here.
I think Tortellini, who's an esport driver, he brings the shirts. You might not know him, but
I know him, but I've never seen him in person. So
he dresses better.
Sorry?
He dresses better than me. But anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Varro Motion.
Varro Motion and Trak Racer, yes.
Can you tell us what it is that you are showing off here at the show very quickly, because we're running out of battery and time?
Yeah, sure. So we basically show two new things. So one of them is the TR5, which is a new entry-level tube frame that we bring to the market by end of the year, early next year. So you basically can extend it from 1.30 meter persons to 2 meter persons. Will come in at 550 euros. Will come with everything you need except for the monitor mount, which is optional because people like their freestanding mounts. But everything else you see on here, except for the electronics, is included. So this is the new entry level that we're going to offer to customers as well. And then we have a second one, which is in the background on the wonderful wallpaper there, which is the TRA. So basically, it is the official Alpine TR160, so to speak. A lot of changes there. We've got integrated cable management into the lower frame part. We've got now the TRX pedal plate mount on it, so people can adjust it from Formula 1 position to GT position, everything in between, basically on the fly. It's going to come with a with a wireless phone charger as well for the guys who are running out of battery. And also the front mount, which is fairly known by now, which is our tier 1, will be changed. So you can either run it in that configuration, which you see on there, or you can flip it so you only have a 40mm profile facing you. So if you need more knee clearance, you're up to go. You can see it live in person back there on the Varro Motion Rig. So we have it live in action, but yeah, it's hard to get a glimpse with all the people in the way, basically. Yeah, so basically that is it. The seat is for now the standard one TRX seat because the Alpine one didn't arrive in time, which is unfortunate. We love to show it off, but hey, it is what it is. Other than the normal Tier 160 you see here, it is Alpine branded. You get it in the beautiful blue color scheme. And basically what you see here is then with the Varro Motion guys who brought in the motion here. That's Mark, and I think he can talk you perfectly through all the motion that's going on here.
I think we already checked out, and I think we've got another booth with the Varro Motion on it.
Yes,
but,
VRS,
yeah,
exactly.
We've already gone through that. I won't go over it again. Those people were like, hang on, I think we've seen this already. But awesome, so that's with your rig on this, and I think it's a good example of how, obviously with the different motion systems, obviously can be mixed and matched with different rigs and a lot of cross-compatibility with equipment.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, if you're down for a motion system, you're not limited to like, oh yeah, I need to only buy this specific rig, but it basically goes with everything. Even with tube rigs where we have the frame underneath, you can make the tube rig go full motion. So I think, yeah, that's the next thing to go.
Okay, well, thank you for running us through your track racer selection, and what's the other stuff that you do as well? It's track racer and...
It's track racer, but those guys are Varro Motion, so they are here with the Varro Motion.
Varro racer and track racer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
See you later.
See you later.
Okay, hello. And we also have a track racer pizza.
Track racer themed pizza. That's the next big thing.
And we have this. What's this belt force thing? Have we got?
I'm the manufacturer.
Okay, can you tell me about this belt force and how this works?
Okay.
Very quickly. We've not got too much time.
Okay. It's just the electromagnetic actuator. So when you the power arm, the system will create a magnetic field so that it can be walked like this. So if you have, it will be magnetic and very fast, accurate, 8 meters per second, and it give you the best styling appearances based on the left channel, right channel, and all of them work individually. That's how it works. So when you turn left, turn right, just like the one back there, yeah, it's working very fast and accurate, and all of the belt system can be working based on the G-force of the car in the track. You can see the details. Yeah, as you can see from the track of the G-force, when you turn left, turn right, the B-force will give you the pressure on your shoulder, either on the accelerate, decelerate, or turn left, turn right, and the people can feel the gently, naturally force from the belt system, from what it is. This is different like the actuator with the ball screw. This is a pure magnetic field can control the piston rod, so that there is nothing mechanical transmission inside of it.
So it's a direct drive seatbelt tensioner.
Like a maglev technology. It will last forever. Yeah.
And that's called belt force.
Belt force.
And exactly. How much would this cost someone to get?
Okay, 2K.
2,000.
Yeah,
and that's for the whole back unit.
Yeah. Everything included. Included.
Belt force, guys. Thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you as well.
So another belt tensioner solution. Be quite interesting to see. Direct drive, DD belt force. That's another one for DD Girl. You can see here, I don't want to put my camera too close to it. You can see the magnetism causing that bolt or washer to roll up and down. And it's been pulled towards the actuator to the extent that it's causing wear. So if you want to wipe your credit card, you could just place it on top of this and that's it. Your credit card's gone. And that's belt force. Here we go. We have some motor technology here. These guys do the actual. You can see the actual inner workings of a direct drive servo motor here. The coil windings. So these guys are more of a technology company. You can actually see. It looks like a Fanatec wheelbase. So you can see the internals of the motor and everything that's involved with the components of a motor there. You've got the magnets, you've got the copper coils and all the arrangements. So the internals of a direct drive wheel, this is pure filth, but the internals of the direct drive wheel are fairly sophisticated. The complexity of this is a large part of it is more just the configuration of everything, and then the electronics that control it and make sure that everything actuates nicely. So we have also over in the corner a GT3 car. What is it? Is it Porsche? Or yes. Yeah, is it a cup car? GT4. GT4 Porsche RX. So look at that, peek inside a cup car. So this is a nice thing again with SimRacing Expo. They often let you just jump in and take a look inside their vehicles. But look at that, the cables holding everything together. Nice and cosy in there. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
What do we have now? Where are we at? We now have GT Omega with a very hairy and beautiful looking Jimmy Broadbent there. Look at that. He looks like he's just lost a race. Very solemn there and very dramatic there. And then that's when he's run the race, but you can't see his face. He's smiling in the helmet there. But yeah, he doesn't look like he's had 3 days of Expo torture in that photo. I think Jardier's with these as well, and Steve. So we'll have to find a sexy Jardier picture. But GT Omega, you guys will know them. They do seats, they do office chairs, they do sim rigs, and again, you can buy whatever you want from them. They also do these wheel stands as well here. So if you take a look, you've got a smaller wheel stand option, and they even have like a really light solution, so you can put your pedals on here, put your wheel on there, so it's a more collapsible, kind of like the original, was it the Playseat Challenge? It's that type of a solution. So great selection of entry-level products there. Look at this. What a beaut. This is Jardier's, this is now Jardier's car, the KTM GT4 car. There he is, look at that. Look at that smile on that face. Guys, Sir Jardier looking beautiful. And he's actually done a live stream from this vehicle, which is pretty insane. Those are Jardier's coming. Oh, here we go. He's gonna force me into his car.
Mr. VIP,
okay, hang on.
So the commentary. Okay, guys. So here we have Gamer Muscle in his unnatural environment, where he has to do a physical work.
Are you? This is gonna. Your car's gonna be broken after I see it. You do realise the performance is gonna drop immediately.
It's very stiff. It's already broken.
I show you the value. So the value will drop by 40% the moment that I touch this. So I'm getting in. Well, how was the entry procedure? Do I just hold on to the bars or?
Sit on here and slide your legs up.
Okay, sit on here, slide my legs in.
So here you guys can see very hard physical work for a gamer influencer.
How long did it take you to get?
Slide in, mate.
Jardier. Enjoy.
He made it, guys. No
right,
problem.
guys, we're off. I'm off back to the UK. So see ya. Jardier did say to me, I'm going to hold him to this. Jardier said, if I fart in the car, I can keep it. So.
I was talking about the rigs.
Oh, he's gone. Leave him. See you later.
Right, guys, let's leave him there. Bye.
Let's see if he can figure it out, how to open the door.
Can you shut it again? Is that all right? Cheers. So yeah, like, here we go. Closed in. There's Jardier. He doesn't know it. So yeah, as I was saying, it's actually a ridiculously comfortable race car. I mean, I've sat in a couple. I've had a chance to sat in a GT4, GT3 Porsche Cup. Not racing, obviously, because I'm not rich enough. But you know, passenger laps and what have you. But this is definitely the most comfortable looking and road car like race car to sit in. You get really good view over the wheel actually, like you can really see quite high up pitch down, so from a sim racing perspective of view, sometimes in looking at your screen it can be hard to see, but with this it's as if you actually have the camera stopping. Yeah, that's the view you get from this, is a Jardier dancing. That's a holographic, as to know when you're on the rev limiter when you change gear. You actually get a quite high view, so if you're setting your view in your sim rig and you tilt the camera down, it's actually quite close to what you get in the real car, and you can look to the right and you can really quite clearly see out the right. If there was a car next to you, you'd be able to see them quite nicely, even through your peripheral vision. And then on the left, again, really good like view out of here. The A column, not ridiculous like with the LMP3 cars. So yeah, just surprisingly comfortable. Jardier's got a fat arse like me, so the seat's probably pretty good for him. And then nice with this car, they've got a passenger seat set in here. Then maybe they take it out for races, or maybe they don't bother, but that allows you to then do passenger rides, which is good. A lot of race cars, they'll just have the one seat in, obviously, for performance, and they don't do passenger rides. But this button box here with all the stuff on it, all labelled, brake balance right here, it's a perfect sim rig, really. I think I'd just live in this. You know, why bother having a house? Just live in Jardier's Crossbow. Here we go. I don't know if they call them Crossbow or Expo, but we're at SimRacing Expo, so it can be called Expo. But there we go. I'm now trapped in here. Can I come out, please? Can I? No, here you go. Watch it. Look at that. Ah, fresh air. How, when you're driving this, how warm is it for comfort when you're driving it? We've got a bit of a fan in here, but I imagine
so there's no AC. There's no AC. The good thing about this car, the engine is in the back. So sorry.
It's alright.
So the good thing about this car, the engine is in the back. Therefore, you get quite nice air from this, but you also get all the dust and everything. So we don't use it much. We put it like somewhere like this. So you have to.
That's why Jardier's talking like he does now. He's been breathing in the desert. I'll be doing race driving.
So in the summer, when it was 30 degrees outside, in this car it was like 60, and literally after one like half an hour you are soaked wet.
I think that's something that a lot of, if you've never been in a race car, the people sim racers, just their heat, not even the G or anything, just their heat, and when you got a fire suit and then you got a helmet and then the lack of airflow.
Exactly.
I think that's probably. Would you think that's probably one of the hardest aspects of it, or of putting things?
I would actually say yes, because so I did, for example, a race at Imola, and it was 38 degrees outside, 65 degrees in the car, which was extremely hot. But also the biggest problem was you didn't get any cold air inside the car. The only air you got was just a little bit and warm. So you literally, in half an hour, you sweat so much. It was crazy. Like, people were passing out after. Like, it's so physical.
One thing I heard of some teams doing is more for like gentleman drivers rather than high performance stuff. But they actually, I mean, Formula might do this or start to do this. Is they run those suits which have the cooling lines in them.
Yeah, so basically before I went into the car, I put a towel into the freezer, and then I had it on my neck and on my face. And we used like a fan. Jump in the car, do 30 minutes, leave the car, and take a massive cold shower, undress. And I must say, as you said, I would say it's one of the most difficult things in this area. You don't realize how actually physical it can really be. Like, we have a driver who is like super athletic, and he still barely makes it, after, let's say, hour of the driving.
I think so. So there's the heat and G forces.
Yes.
They're two things that some people accidentally, just genetically, are 100% fine and can just take it, and some people are like destroyed by it. And you couldn't know, I think, until you did it.
Yeah, it's also a lot like drivers. There's a different driving styles. So some drivers are very into it when you drive. They are very firm, and then you have a very relaxed drivers. So everybody is very different in this.
And one thing which is interesting. So I've noticed with some cars, real cars, it can actually be quite hard to tell the RPM and for shifting. So the sound sometimes, weirdly, with the helmet on, isn't too clear. With this, you've got this huge display, so it probably really helps. But would you say you feel a lot of the engine vibration for the RPM through the seat, or you mostly just relying on the display?
I would honestly say that after 20 minutes, you get used to the sound of the RPM. You look at it, because it's in front of your face, but mostly you really get used to the sound of the car. You really have to, because you want to put all your focus on the road technically. So
I was just sitting in this. I was just saying it's really surprising. This isn't a real race car. It's too comfortable. Like, look how nice it is. It's ridiculous. You've got a Clio couple you've done.
Yeah.
That's like more, you know, sellotape together.
Strip car.
Whereas this looks like, it looks almost like a nice supercar on the road or something. But also, I was really surprised the visibility.
Yes, it's amazing.
Seems really good. Like, when you're driving it, do you think it seems really good?
This is one of the best cars I have driven to see from it, because of the canopy. You don't have an A-pillar.
Yeah.
Like on most of the cars, you have a massive A-pillar.
Like a tiny little bit there.
And there's just a little bit of bar, so you can see very good. Negative little bit is you don't see very good to the sides, but we have the virtual mirror right in front of you there, which is 120 degrees. So you see very nicely. You don't see the dead angle, but you don't need it in a race car.
It's weird to me how this car, it feels like a sim rig that is
Yes.
It doesn't feel like a race car in a weird way. But awesome.
It's so fast to be fella. It's so crazy car.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and climb out without breaking anything. So do you want to film me looking like a complete tit?
Yeah, for sure.
Getting out of the car here. All right, I'll turn this around.
Just remove the wheel. And here again, guys, we have an influencer trying to get from the race car.
I've just got to do how I got into it in reverse, but I can't remember how I got into it, so... Well, I can't get out, so I'm just going to have to... Sorry.
You're doing great job so far. Imagine it's on fire.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm dying, I'm dead.
And now imagine with the helmet and the suit.
Is this how it's done?
Well, now imagine you have a suit, the helmet, the hands. With the hands you can't do this, right? So it's crazy.
No, that's awesome. Thanks for letting me. We're good. Thanks for letting me jump into that and try it out. I'm looking forward to driving it next week. But I mean, I know like this the thing with the cost of these things. Like, so like even if you were just doing as an example,
it's a life-changing money. Let's say that.
If you were just going to do a one-off track day in this, you're like, oh, I do half an hour. You're getting up to a few grand, like. And then, so with the tyres on this, those are just like probably show tyres rather than.
Yeah, this is wet tyres. Wet tyres.
Well, wet tyres, right? So, how many tyres does this car get through with especially if you put a slicks on it?
So 4 tyres on this car is €3,000.
Yeah.
They, let's say 100 kilometers, they are good. For 100 kilometers, they are good. 200 kilometers, they are bad. They can do 300, but it's very close to crash. So let's say you can do one. Let's say we with this car, what they do new tires for the quali. They do 3 laps, and then they use the tires for the 1 hour race, and then that's it.
That's it. Wow, crazy.
But this car has the advantage. They have a soft and hard tire, so the hard tire can last a little bit longer. But it's literally, let's say 200 kilometers is what you do, and then. The problem is like the tire can do 400 kilometers, but then first of all the pace is like 2 seconds slower, and then you can notice the car gets very dangerous, and it's no point, like to risk.
One thing I wanted to point out, you had a little screen stuck on here.
Yeah.
Are those the live stream chat room?
Yeah. I wish. Now it's a virtual mirrors on the side. You have a cameras here. We have a cameras.
Yeah.
For the virtual mirror, and then we have on the rear we have a camera. It's the virtual mirror. They use it in hypercars.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's like a virtual mirror in a sim.
Awesome.
so good.
Well, thanks for taking me through. You're let me ruin your car. I didn't fart in it, so I can't keep it, sadly. But guys, what you need to do is watch. Are you going to do another live stream from the car? Do you think?
If everything goes well and I win a lottery, then maybe.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much. We're going to continue our tour, but that is Jardier's daily driver. All right, nice of Jardier to talk us through that there. Here we have on the corner ADAC. They're basically like the German AA, and they've been banging out awesome techno music all weekend, which is nice. You've got to get the techno going. You have these giant rigs here, so if you've ever been to the Nordschleife They have these rigs in a cafe near the Nordschleife, so you can jump on these, and it's their esports lounge. There's actually in Germany there's a lot more esports lounges than in the UK, so it's weird that I don't know why they're not a big thing in the UK, but in Germany there's like 4 near Dusseldorf, it's like 6 near Cologne, near the Nordschleife there's like 5, but in the UK there's a couple, but not as many. Some more Porsches dotted around. Hello. I just want to say. Oh, it's Billy Orish. Billy, hello. Hang on. So guys, it's another streamer. We're just doing our tour. We're almost finished.
I'm about to do my own tour. I'll let you crack on.
You've left it last minute.
I was meant to do it hours ago, days ago.
That's
so
all right.
It's been
cool.
busy. It's been so busy.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
I'll come and talk to you later.
Let's catch up.
Yeah,
This man's a legend.
Thank you very much. Check out his channel, guys. Give me a follow, Billy Orish.
I'm gone.
On Twitch.
Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok. Love you, miss you, bye.
All right. See you in a bit. So he's a newer live streamer. Check out his channel. KW. We almost missed KW. I think we've got like 4 or 5 more booths to go, and then we've completed the full virtual tour of SimRacing Expo. And I've not looked at the time in totality, but I think we might be a few hours down here, which is pretty crazy. So, race room though, guys. These race room rigs are the Track Time race room rigs. These are actually really nice. They're just seat movers, but they feel really good, and they pick up the track texture and track feel of the road surface really nicely. Race room actually is a simulator that feels quite nice with a motion rig. That's a weird thing actually with racing sims. Some sims feel better with motion than other sims, and it's not necessarily what you'd expect. So Automobilista 2 is particularly good with a motion rig. Evo I think is quite good with a motion rig. But yeah, it's really hit and miss. I'm not sure if AC1 actually might not be that good with a motion rig. Maybe that's why it's so good with the wheel, I don't know. But Race Room do a lot of event stuff. So they've got this all set up. Right, here we go. So they've got this tablet here, so people can sign in, and then it assigns people a rig to join, and then that tells them where to go, and then it tracks the score and creates a data sheet and emails them, and then you can never get off the Race Room spam list. But yeah, really nice setup. You can check out the Race Room centres if you've got one near you. Unfortunately, they did have one in Brands Hatch. Oh, you've got a nice Race Room shirt here. I need to get one of these. They used to have one at Brands Hatch, but sadly it closed down. There's still one in the Nordschleife, Nürburgring GP circuit. There you go, you've got your top lap times here. But you can try them out in Germany quite easily. Then we have a Falcon rig with a nice LED lights on it. It's pretty cool. I need some of this side panel lighting on my sim rig. That looks really nice and fancy. Track Time. More of the rigs, the same rigs that they're using over there. But you can put the seat belts on, and then when you lunge forwards, the seat belts will tension on you. Nice triple screen setup. Again, Race Room. And of course, Race Room now has its online ranking system, so you can jump in and race, and it's bloody good fun. I'd say Race Room is one of the most fun sims that you can just jump into and race. Like, you're going to have a good race on the online system. You'll be able to just jump into it and have a good race. The netcode's good, the handling's forgiving, and they run really awesome 90s cars as well, which is good. So you're not stuck with just LMP3 and 2 and GT3. You've got some like nice vintage stuff. There's a little Track Time filming room. We've got some Asher stuff going on. Is there anything new from Asher with the wheel rims?
Yeah, of course. I mean, no wheel rims actually, but we do have a new dashboard. 8-inch.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. We've got to be really quick, so we're doing a full tour.
So yeah, this is the 8-inch dashboard, basically quite similar to the 4 and 5-inch we had. Just a few minor improvements. You see that it is quite bright, like about 20% brighter than before, like with the Ultimate. We do have like the same style aluminum body. This one now being equipped with a 1/4-inch mount on the rear, so you're able to position it freely. And yeah, new form factor. We like it.
So that's the main thing. Of course, you've got all the Asher wheels that have been doing before by Martin Asher in partnership with KW and Race Room, and they're all like tied together. But the new dash is the new thing.
That's our new thing for this year.
Yeah,
everything else has been under the hood. We are developing a SimHub plugin, and that's going to be live soon.
It's nice to see more companies using SimHub. I think 'cause it's a really good software that just works well, and if you're going to be running it normally, so other companies might as well use the same software.
Right, and also if you have like, I don't know, if you have like 20 pieces of equipment, you don't want like 20 softwares, so we try to sort of get that rearranged, right? So it just makes sense for us, makes sense for you.
And is Martin around today, or?
He's running around somewhere, but he's like, I don't know.
He's too busy partying. It's all right, it's cool. So yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat to us.
You're welcome.
New dash there from the Asher Track Time KW people. Get very confused with all the brands. Oh, this is actually cool. So on this rig, you'll see they've got the speakers on the back of the seat. It's actually quite a nice thing to do with your home rig, is to mount speakers on the back. They've just used a thread here to bolt it on in the chair. But putting the speakers on the back of the chair can be a really nice way of doing a surround sound system to just get immersive sound, and also a good place to put your speakers without having to have more cables all over the place. Let's take a wide shot of the Race Room Track Time booth. Look at that. What a beast of a booth. If you'd asked me 10 years ago if this would be what sim racing would look like, or a trade show for sim racing would look like, I would have said, no, I don't believe you. But here we are. So here we have another company that's doing some wheels. Can we talk, anyone can talk English we're going to speak with? This is Solpec. Hello. Can you tell me very quickly what have you brought that's new and exciting to SimRacing Expo? And
I think people had to see this one because it's pretty unique and a nice steering wheel. We just wanted to actually offer the Solpec experience to like a wider range of customers by making the product a bit more affordable.
So let's take a look then at what you've got.
Yeah, why not? So this is our new wheel, Terra LX, and this is like, as you can see, it's like it can be used in like 2 different forms in here. And we have our custom developed encoders where you can even adjust the number of detents you want. For example, this one is right now in 4-position switch mode. So, I mean, you can customize this one according to your needs. I mean, how many detents you want to your encoder to have. I mean, so at the same time, you can basically just change the rotaries to this, the rotary knobs to this style, which has a more traditional motorsport inspired look. You can have a completely different wheel in terms of the looks, and also the functionality wise, this will act as like a 12-position switch. So apart from that, I mean, we have like, again, very nice illumination stuff going on around the funky switches and also for the time encoders. So that's how it goes usually for us. Yeah.
So what? How much is this wheel rim cost to buy?
Yeah, you know, I told you that we wanted to make this one more accessible for people, so this will be priced at 879 euros without taxes. So it's, I mean, I would say it's cheap in our own standards, so because we didn't want to sacrifice any of the high quality materials. We haven't used any die-cast aluminum parts. This is all machined from single billet aluminum, so we are still keeping the same quality.
And then what's this display? Is this a new display?
Yeah, this is basically our like bigger sibling of the XR5 display. So which basically has like a 7-inch, like 6.8-inch display, and it also has like carries out like signature features, and like you can do some adjustments by touch, and you can also use the buttons to change the different modes of the dashboard. I mean, you can program it in a way that suits you best. So.
I've noticed that you guys seem to like the pink and the greens and like fluorescent blue. It's very 90s.
Yeah, right now it looks like it, but actually we have like, I guess 64 different color themes that can be changeable. but I think maybe the people just wanted to settle with the pink color teams here because they can changing the colors all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have basically more colors than this one. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for that little introduction. There's there, and then you're just on these rigs, you're just showing the equipment so people can test it.
Yes. Yeah, we also we have 3 rigs, and each one of them has like different product. And this the first one has a Spectra XR, and the middle we have the Terra LX, and we have also the Terra Spectra LT with the XR wide display. They can kind of work in a sync in a way that you access all the wheel settings on the dashboard on the go. So here people can try every recent Solveig steering wheel.
Awesome. Thank you for that rundown of your new equipment. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hope you get a good afternoon. Have a good rest.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Right.
See you again.
So that's Solveig.
Yes.
Okay. Solveig there, guys. And we are almost at the end. Hang on. I can't miss this one. We've missed a booth here. We've got Bavaria SimTech. Bloody hell, it's huge, guys. But this is the full virtual tour. We do cover everything. We can't miss anything at all. Bavaria SimTech, we've got VRS DD wheels, we've got Mosers. They've got all these wheel rims set up on these wheelbases, which is a good idea for a booth, so you can actually feel what the wheel's like on the wheelbase. Bavaria SimTech, of course, they do ridiculous high-end wheel rims on here, and you can see them on display on these tables, and you have really nice equipment from these guys. But with that nice equipment is a hefty price. These are sort of on the very high end of the wheel rim. Lots of options though. I think these were like GSI as well, and Bavaria SimTech are like some of the earlier companies to come in that do that came in with stupidly high-end wheel rims. So we've got like 100 plus inputs. I think we've done a YouTube short on this where you can like go from screen to screen and alternate screens and backup screens. You know, if you want something that resembles a modern Formula wheel in a real Formula 1 car with anything imaginable, I think this is sort of, it represents the peak end. I'm probably the worst person to talk about wheel rims though, because give me a budget Moser KS wheel and I'll be honest, I'm pretty happy. I don't need all this fancy stuff. I don't even need a display on my wheel. I'm really happy with just a bland wheel with a few, like 2 buttons. And that's a happy time for me when it comes to wheel rims. I think you know, I want to be driving a race car. I want to be focused on the driving, not the buttons. But it's nice with Bavaria SimTech, even with Solveig and some of these other companies. It's nice, I think, to have the options there. Or at Housinbel, it's great to have the options there so that, you know, if you've got the money to spend and you want to go absolutely crazy with your direct drive wheel, you can do. Now, check this out, guys. We're almost at the end of SimRacing Expo 2025. What beautiful thing do we see here but Richard Burns Rally, the peak of sim racing. It doesn't get better than this. This is you have to have an assistant bitter to see this, but they've got Richard Burns Rally with a Fanatec wheel on there, 4-point actuators. Maybe we can ask them quickly, talk to them. Hello guys, how you doing? What have you brought to SimRacing Expo that's new and exciting? Can you quickly go through stuff in a few minutes?
Yes.
Who are we going to?
So this year we introduced our new product. It's the Reactor Tension. We had already a prototype last year on the expo. This year it's like finished. We're accepting pre-orders just right now for a really good price, I would say. So currently our standalone version is like 950 euros. Or we also have it as an add-on for the already existing Reactor Motion. Then you can just plug it in the control box here. It makes 15 kilograms force per channel, so pretty beefy. We normally on the Expo, most people like more like 50% of the power we have.
So you can see the seatbelt tensioner here, and for people that don't know, again, I'm not sure if you mentioned it, maybe we did with the other seatbelt tensioners, but there's also like a strange guy sat in here actually, I've just noticed. Weird. What's this? We spun. What a noob.
Testing the product.
Okay.
It's not a skill issue. It's testing.
So the thing with the belt tensioners is it's one of the nice ways to get when you brake, you can belt tensioner can keep tugging on you, so it really helps remove that feeling in the simulator of you braking and then nothing's happening. So it's probably one of the only ways to do some kind of sustained G-force simulation that actually works, because the motion rig can only move and then it stops. But I think also the big thing, and this is probably something you've done with your belt tensioner, is that it will also do vibration, track details, tug left and right, and it's not just you're braking, it's pulling.
Exactly, yeah. You can configure it like you want, so you could also like put corner forces onto it, so if you like steering right, then only one side of the belt is getting pulled. It depends on what you like. Some people don't like it and they only like it for braking forces, which is, I would say, the nicest thing for seatbelt tensioner. Also in combination with motion, it's really nice because the rig is moving like forward when you are braking, but you're getting pulled back in the seat from the seat belts, which is quite a nice feeling.
So how much does the belt tensioner system cost?
Yeah, currently we introduced it with a special Expo price, which is also available on our website for $950 as a standalone version, or together with the motion system, it's $850 for the belt tensioner.
Yeah, the rig with Richard Burns Rally, the booth, with Richard Burns Rally, one of the best sims ever made, and Live for Speed, another one of the best sims ever made.
Absolutely true. You don't need to have always the new simulation. There are also nice old simulations on the market. So.
And in Live for Speed, what would you say? What's your favourite car in Live for Speed?
Or I like the GT one here, which is quite here, like the Porsche thingy, which is not really Porsche in Live for Speed, but I really like this one.
Good. Thank you very much for taking us through your booth, though. Awesome to talk to you, and also awesome to see the progress with the belt tensioner. So we'll be excited to see what you bring next year as well.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll see you around later, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. So there you go, guys. Feel the power, simreactor.com. And now we have the Arc Dynamics. They're doing a bit of deconstruction on that, so we're going to take a look at this one. But just look at the screens here. We're actually in Jurassic Park in the background there, but take a look at these screens. We have, this is insane, they've brought a gazebo, they've got the tent set up, so no worry of rain affecting the rig. Yeah. And we have, I feel like I'm moving. I'm not even in the rig and I'm just getting closer here. And he's just killing himself. So are these 70-inch screens?
77 inch.
77
What's
inch.
Your name, by the way, mate?
It's James.
James.
All right, nice to meet you. So what can you talk us through what's going on with this rig and what's happening here?
That's a rig with very low latency. We have 1.2, 1.3 milliseconds latency between the signal and the motion. And he can tell you even more.
Hi, I'm Michael with Arc Dynamics. So the key features of this rig are the ultra low latency, right? So 1.4 milliseconds. And in addition, the power, right? So we can do up to 4 Gs of acceleration. For people who are a little bit more nerdy, inside one of those motors that we've converted to servo motors are 21-bit encoders. So you have 6 21-bit encoders, which means that in one full rotation of the drum, you have 2.1 million positions, multiplied by 6. So we're moving you crazy fast, crazy accurate, with a lot of power. And for that price as well.
So 4,300 for 6, effectively like 6.
It's a 6 DOF, yeah. 6 DOF.
And then the weights, do the weights come with the rig as well?
So the weights are our solution to the fact that we are a little bit too powerful. Even with me, I'm 120 kilo. The rig itself is 120 kilo. With me on there, if I hit a jump in rally hard enough, the whole thing will lift up and move. It will literally hop around like a bunny rabbit.
Yeah, I think so. One of the things is that often when you get to the more aggressive simulators, it's not uncommon for people to actually bolt them into the concrete and bolt them to the ground.
Well, we're showing that there's different options.
Yeah.
In addition, what's nice is that when you're running rally, this is the extreme of the extreme. It can be tuned way, way down. You can put a child on this, you can have it at 10% power, or even if you wanted to, if you were enough of a madman, you can turn it up. This is running at about 75–80% power. So you can go higher if you wanted to.
So you're saying for 4,300 you basically get the full motion platform?
So for 4,300 you get the aluminium chassis, the skeleton. The idea is you take your own seat, your own wheelbase, your pedals, your handbrake, whatever you want to put. You take them off your old rig, you put them on your new one, and you're ready to go. If you don't want the chassis, if you're going to do something like flight, which doesn't need that much rigidity, right? If you can see, we've done the triangles. It's especially designed for maximum forces. Just the table down is 3,300 euros. But that's the developer price. It's only available for the first around 5,000 units.
Now, how much power does this draw?
I would love to show you the power meter, but when it's fully balanced, if you hear the compressor clicking now, that's the compressor valves. Now that it's stopped, it's drawing 15 watts, half a light bulb, just to keep you balanced. When you're moving, yeah, it's more, but when it's balanced, it's nothing.
So that's you have some stabilizers on there that.
Yeah. So what moves you are those two motors there. This here is a pneumatic compensator. So what happens when someone gets on, if you look, we're going to read the current differential in the motor pairs, and then based on that, we're going to pump in the correct amount of pressure. You see the compressor spooling up there. So once we've got the correct amount of pressure in there, you're balanced. We've just deleted gravity from the equation. So now all of the power, we're not wasting power trying to hold you, trying to fight gravity. We can just pump it all into moving you, shaking you, doing whatever we want.
Awesome. Well, that looks absolutely insane. Can we come back a bit, actually? So
I would love for you to drive if you can.
Hopefully we'll be able to jump on it before Expo closes. We'll finish off, so I'll try and come over later. But
lovely.
It looks absolutely mental. Also with the screens as well, I think you're going to be cooking people's brains.
You've got to do a little show off, you know.
Awesome. So what's the name of the company again?
Arc Dynamics.
Arc Dynamics. Very, very competitively priced motion simulator. And then the screens really are just showing off.
Exactly that.
Awesome, I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for showing that. Well, there you go, guys. Oh, not quite. We have a little rig here in the corner with a PXN wheel and another rig in a box. Nothing too exciting there. Razer just with a little Razer box, just chilling out, minding his own business. Aren't you confused? It's not a keyboard or a mouse.
No, we are not here for the keyboard and mouse. Actually, we have them, obviously, but we're here for our haptic mat. It is on the back of this chair. It's super versatile, can be adapted to any chair, and we provide haptic feedback to it. With our collaboration with SimHub, we actually have more than 80 games available, and so we have all the haptic feedback of the car and of the road down directly on your body.
So it's a haptic seat mat from Razer.
Yeah, exactly. It's called Freya.
Is it using motors or transducers or?
It is LRA inside. Actually, we can show you here. Using this type of motors inside, we can control them in amplitude and frequency, and you have vibration with this machine.
Okay. Awesome. How much does this cost?
It's $299. The seats, haptic seats.
Do you do it just as a mat that you put on the seat, or will you sell the seat with it included?
No, it's just the chair mats that we are showcasing here. And it's super versatile, as I was saying, and it works also with other games. We have AAA games, we have Battlefield 6 actually, so if you like shooting games, you can also use that for that.
Awesome, thank you for talking us through that. But there you go, it's a surprise, guys, a Razer haptic seat mat to add to your Razer collection. There you go, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There it is. There it is, guys. Right, that is SimRacing Expo. On the limits, full virtual tour, everything you can see here. 2025, this year I have to say, has been even bigger than the previous year, which was already totally crazy. So I don't know where it can go from next year. I don't know if I can take any bigger expos, but we've done it, we got through it. What really stands out to me from this expo, though, is a quick rundown. If you got this far in the video, congratulations. We need a teapot and a fish and a teapot. If you manage, I don't know who watches all these guys, you're crazy. Let me know with the teapots if you did get to the end or towards this point at least. But what stood out? Can you tell that my brain's fried? I'm sure it doesn't look it. What stood out? I think the ImSim rig, to me, is probably one of the standouts of SimRacing Expo. The BDH haptic force feedback shifter, that is absolutely fantastic, and I want to see more stuff like that. You know what I'm like with force feedback, I love it. Really appreciate Jardier letting me sit in his car, that was awesome, and really surprising the visibility and the comfort of that vehicle, to be honest. That really caught me off guard. Normally if you sit in a race car they look like they're stripped and naked, whereas that literally felt like on a par with sitting inside a McLaren or something. Far too luxurious, though probably not luxurious when you're melting and sweating. Housinbel's new wheel, also really fascinating to see. I really like that's different, and I really like the cars that they're running as well. In particular, the F4 car, the F3 car, and how Automobilista 1 still feels really, really good to drive. But yeah. What are your highlights from SimRacing Expo? Let me know. If you came here, let me know what you thought of SimRacing Expo this year, if you were here in reality. But thank you very much to everybody that managed to watch all this, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching this, hopefully it's background viewing. But that's SimRacing Expo 2025. Subscribe if you haven't yet, click the like button if you haven't yet. I think I've earned myself a doner kebab. Until the next video, guys, happy tea drinking, take care, and goodbye.